It's a football Friday.
It's a football Friday.
Hey.
Oh, come on, Corey.
Come on, Corey, get into this, man.
I'm just looking at the rhythm, just reserving it. It feels on point.
Was it okay?
I'll give it a 10.
It's a football Friday. Joey's got that Charles Rogers stuck in his head.
Stuck in my head. Every time I sing it, who talked about Charles Rogers yesterday? I don't even know how we got into it.
Yeah, it was me because I was talking about Devontae Smith. Yeah.
Don't ever compare Devontae Smith to Charles Rogers.
It wasn't me. I was saying somebody else made that comparison just because of their body type. But but either way, welcome to the Morning Woodward Show. Good morning to you. It's Friday. My name is Stick.
What's going on? It's Corey.
It is Joey. Good morning.
And I'm producer Cam today, the one, the only Art. Hi, Art.
Hey, happy Friday.
Hey, happy Friday to you. And we got a bunch of people checking in. Lynn, Adam, Richard, Greg, Vinny. Shout out to all you guys watching us on Facebook Live right now, watching us on YouTube, and watching us on Twitter. We appreciate you checking in this morning. And we just got a whole bunch planned today. I mean, lots of football talk, obviously, because we got the big games going on all weekend long. We have former ESPN commentator John Clayton on the show, also known as the Professor.
The Professor, the legend himself, is going to be on.
Yeah, we were pulling up pictures earlier, and I almost pulled up the And One Mixtape Professor. Completely different guys. Completely different guys.
One of them's a little bit more tan.
Right, although I can see John Clayton crossing over people from time to time.
Yeah. I would love to see that.
We got a little bit of Red Wings talk and a lot of Lions GM and NFL GM talk throughout the day. But first, Joey's going to hit you with the news.
We got lots of news that broke yesterday. So what are we calling this thing? The Woodward Sports Update?
Yeah, there you go.
Let's call it the Woodward Sports Update. So after 310 days since being on the ice, the Red Wings took the ice and they got shut out in the season opener by the Carolina Hurricanes 3-0 last night. And then in the NBA, Pistons game against the Wizards, supposed to be tonight, canceled due to contact tracing. Tomorrow we play the Heat, though. And I don't know if we're going to even meet the player minimum for the Heat.
Yeah, they had 9 players or something last night.
So you need 8.
Yeah.
You need 8. That's the minimum. So if they can't meet that, there's going to be another no game.
It's so funny to me. It's like beer league softball. Like, listen, you guys can play, but if you have less than 7, the game's over. And like, this is going on in the NBA where they're making millions of dollars. They should just start bringing in fans.
Exactly. And it's like in hockey, they bring in fans if they ever need anybody. You know, they always got that one backup player.
Right.
Why can't we have that for the Pistons?
I don't know.
And then James Hardenless Rockets, they win their first game without him.
Christian Wood looked good.
Despite having only 9 players for them due to injuries and pending arrivals and newcomers, they beat the Spurs by 4. And then the most exciting of them all, the NFL. Lions hire Brad Holmes as GM, formerly the director of college scouting for the Rams.
I just wanted to see if I was the only one clapping for that. Yeah.
I'm excited. I really am excited
cool.
about him
We're
now.
going to get into that and see what everybody's thoughts are in just a minute.
And sadly, the Jets have hired my guy, our guy, the Detroit native, Robert Saleh, as their head coach.
Boo.
Urban Meyer, he made the NFL jump. Now the Jaguars head coach.
All right.
And then the big divisional round in the NFL playoffs this week. Just want to quickly highlight them, and we're going to be talking a lot about this today. The games tomorrow, Rams versus Packers at 4:35. Ravens versus Bills at 8:15, and then Sunday, Browns versus Chiefs at 3:05, and Bucks versus the Saints at 6:40.
Nice. So that's your update, Joey?
That's your Woodward Sports Update.
Nice. And actually, if you're looking on betting on any of these games this weekend, we're going to go over the over-unders. We're going to go over the spread. But my bookie, they're where you need to do the betting. They're the industry-leading online sports book and casino. And what I love about this is it's not just the big four. If you want to bet on MMA like Art likes, you can bet on MMA. You can bet on soccer. You can bet on cricket, like Fish wants to do. And if you want, they'll pay you in crypto.
That's what's crazy about it, is that they're on that cryptocurrency.
And right now, if you go to their website, and they'll match half of your deposit all the way up to $1,000. So you put $1,000 in today, you're getting $500 to bet on any game you want, prop bets, all that good stuff. So make sure you hit up my bookie.
You guys using it this weekend?
I am, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Gonna dabble a little bit.
I'm a dabble.
And we'll get into our picks and figure out who's actually going to make some money this weekend. So hopefully use my bookie. If not, you're missing out. So let's get into it. First, the biggest news in Detroit right now. The Lions naming Brad Holmes as their new GM. Brad Holmes, if you didn't know, he was the college scouting guy for LA and for the Rams. And what's interesting about this is he's a minority, and this is part of the new initiative for the NFL, where if a minority hire comes up through your ranks and gets hired, which I think is interesting. It's not just hiring a minority. You got to cultivate the minority till they get hired. And the Rams got 2 third-round picks because we hired Brad Holmes.
That is interesting. I mean, he did come up through the ranks. He started there in 2003 as an intern, worked his way into the scouting department, and next year he went from the combine scout to the area scout to the national scout to director of the scouting in 2013, and that's pretty dope.
Yeah. What I like about this is because we've talked about those like minority, incentives that they have, and sometimes they're kind of disingenuous. So, like the Rooney Rule and the birth of it, awesome. But now sometimes you feel like they're just bringing on people just to check the box, right?
Yeah, because some of those minority candidates I've seen before, I love when black head coaches get a chance because NFL is 75% black, and you rarely see that many black head coaches. But at the same time, if the coach ain't good, I don't want you to just bring that guy in just to check off a box.
Right.
If you ain't good, you ain't good. It doesn't matter what your skin color is. We don't want you.
That's kind of the beauty about sports is it really doesn't. They don't care. Old, young, small. It doesn't matter. Fat, skinny. Like none of that matters. It's can you get the job done. But what I like about this rule is it encourages franchises actually have to invest in somebody, and it's not a given that they're going to get a return on it. That it wasn't a given that Brad Holmes got hired by the Lions, so they could have put all this effort in letting him be the scouting guy for college for LA, and they wouldn't have gotten anything for it. But I like the cultivating aspect to it more than just bring a guy in for an interview and you're good.
It shows that it's not cheap. It's it's thought out. It's thought out. It's deserving. I don't like just giving out handouts. If he really deserved that opportunity, then hey, promote him. And then the teams because the NFL does not hire that many people of color now in those positions, it's good that they're doing something to get the interview process at least going on.
Right.
So. And my thing with this pick is we didn't really know too much about this guy. But then you start to really assess and see what he's done in his career, and especially when you say since 2003 with the organization, that just shows my man's been grinding there. But then you see like the draft success that he's had. You see Aaron Donald, you see Cam Akers, our boy Todd Gurley, Jared Goff. Like there's so much young talent that he seeked on his own that it makes me excited about the future.
I want to say this one thing because a lot of people are saying like he doesn't have any GM experience. I think that's kind of overrated because some of these guys that the Lions were going to hire, there was going to be their first time being a GM.
Right.
So I don't think that's a fair knock on him. But one thing that the Lions have had trouble with is they have trouble getting talent outside of the first round. They're able to go ahead and see to get the surefire picks.
Tavai. Oh,
sorry. I'm not gonna have the animal, but I'll just walk. But they have trouble. They have trouble getting
I tried,
talent.
guys. I tried.
They have trouble getting talent outside of the first round. This guy has scouted and encouraged the Rams to draft 25 Pro Bowlers.
Damn.
And too, anytime you have that, it's not on the GM. It's on the director of college scouting. That's the one who really does it. The GM gets the credit. So now we went straight to that source, and that's why I'm really excited about this.
You said how many Pro Bowlers?
25.
We don't even have 25 starters from our last 7 drafts. For real. I'm talking starters. And he's going Pro Bowlers like that.
25 Pro Bowlers. And here's another thing too. They look at the division titles they won. And also I look at it like this. We're talking about since 2003. Now 2021, the Rams have had so many changes over that time, and through all of those constant front office changes, for him to still keep his job, I think that says a lot about him.
Right.
Even the Rams GM, Les Snead, we posted a video on Woodward Sports.
I love that video.
Where he talked about Brad Holmes' acumen and being able to not be afraid as a young person to present a draft board, and it was an excellent presentation. So that might have been the same presentation that got him hired.
Sealed him the job. I mean, some people interview very well. Like we know a guy that actually was like kind of a mentor to Joey early on in his career. One of the best interviews ever, we were told. And like some people really impress in interviews.
Yeah.
And
you just don't see it on the field though.
yeah, not all the time.
That's the thing.
But yeah, I mean, you look at it, he's drafted Cooper Kupp in the 3rd round. He's got the safety John Johnson in the 3rd round, Samson Ibakum in the 4th round. I mean, we're talking Darrell Henderson in the 3rd round, Cam Akers in the 2nd round, Jordan Fuller in the 6th round. Like, these are all polls, man.
And you didn't even say 1st round once.
No.
In that entire thing. So it's like you're seeking the talent out of the rounds that people really don't care about.
Because it's just like you should be able to hit on your 1st round pick.
Yep.
And I want to add this in there too. We said he was there since 03. The 25 Pro Bowlers isn't since 03. It's since the 2013.
Damn.
Jesus.
Damn. Especially when you think of draft. Like, this isn't traded. This is drafted these players.
Right.
Molded them
Yep.
into Pro Bowlers.
And the difference, a lot of people are kind of comparing him to Bob Quinn because Bob Quinn was also a scout, but he was an NFL scout. He was scouting players that were already in the league and how to bring them to your team. This guy's following them probably from high school all the way up. And what I love about this hire is not only is he going to be familiar with what's coming down the road, he's probably researched every person that is in this league right now from the time they were in Little League football. So he knows who he still wants to bring here. Now that leads me to the question, is Bieniemy a good fit with him? Because we haven't heard much about Eric Bieniemy. He hasn't been getting hype on any other team. He's been kind of the top #1 pick. You know that the Rams have a power offense, and coming from under McVay, they love that style. So do you think Holmes is going to try to recreate that type of style? Or do you think a little more defensive? But I think this opens the door up more for Bieniemy.
I was going to say that as well because Bieniemy's name did interview with the Lions, but his name has cooled off, not just on the Lions.
Everywhere.
With everywhere. It's just like, I don't know whether he's just telling teams he wants to focus right now on the Chiefs because they have their game coming up or what. But, I mean, it does open up a door depending on which direction he wants to go. I would love to see it.
I like the offensive take on it, and if he can draft, because a lot of these players that he drafted in the late rounds are really good offensive players. Yes, he's got the Aaron Darnold, but, I mean, we're talking Jared Goff, we're talking Cooper Kupp. I would like some of that magic here in Detroit, and then you give us Eric Bieniemy to lead the way. That's how I'm kind of leaning.
Yeah. And especially, I mean, that's going to be so strong on the offense, and we really need both sides of it right now.
Yeah, no, our defense needs a lot of help. Believe me, I'm not ignoring the defense. I'm just trying to think of a marriage between head coach and GM that'll work.
Is that like a common previous job that the GM holds, the director of scouting? Because I feel like they're always seeking talent. Like, that's a big part of the GM's role.
It's really all over the map. I mean, look at who they interviewed. Theo Riddick. He was involved in scouting at some point. Yeah.
What'd you say?
Theo, the old Lions player.
Hey, I mean, he's a Lion.
Yeah, he's a Lion. But he's on TV right now, and he doesn't really have a ton of experience, but we interviewed him. Arthur Smith was an assistant coach. Dan Campbell, assistant coach. So that's for coaching. I don't know. I saw a great argument this morning about, listen, you don't want an experienced GM. And I thought that made no sense until I read the explanation behind it. And it was, all the good GMs are retained. So if they're a former GM, it's because they didn't do a good job being a GM. So for everybody that's like, oh, it's another risk, it's another first-time GM, I kind of agree with that logic.
Yeah.
If the GM was great, they probably would still have a job.
And it's always going to be a risk when you shoot for this position.
Right.
Just because anybody that we could have possibly got, just because they did it successfully somewhere else does not mean that that's going to translate to Detroit.
Right.
Also, too, if they're a former GM, they either got, like you said, they either got fired or they're getting promoted to another job.
Exactly.
so
it's kind of a give and take. Do I want a first-time GM? You hate anybody that's the first time on the job.
Yeah.
But do you want an old GM who didn't work out? Not exactly either.
Yeah.
Kind of side break from that. Bill Polian, remember the old GM of the Bills and then the Colts? Have you watched the 30 on 30, the 4 Bills and then the 2 Bills? It was great last night. I watched it last night while I was flipping through some games and flipping back and forth between the NBA. And it was a great 30 on 30 about how the Bills lost their four Super Bowls under Polian, but then Polian ended up getting his when he was in Indy and he shared it with all the team. So there's one example of a GM that didn't get it done in Buffalo, but he went to 4 Super Bowls in a row. Little bit of a different story. That's just
you hate on LeBron for having to leave, but you're gonna let him get a free pass?
Listen, they're not even close to the same. Getting back to 4 Super Bowls is damn near impossible. And why do you got to bring LeBron up on this shit? We're talking football.
Because you pissed me off about that.
I hate LeBron. So that was just a fun 30 for 30 to watch last night. And then they played the 2 Bills after that, which was Bill Parcells and Bill Belichick talking about their experience with the Giants. Mm-hmm. And that was just I had a fun night watching football. I geeked out on football last night. So.
You're just getting excited for the weekend. That's why.
I am, man. Getting real jacked for the weekend.
It's crazy for I guess you look at Brad Holmes and what he would be doing for the Rams. I mean, there's no point in him really even being there for the playoffs then.
No, not really. I mean, he's scouting. The team's laid. He's not going to add anything for the playoffs.
Because in my head, you're always thinking they don't talk to coaches until the season's over.
Right.
But in this instance, I mean, talking to the scouting dude, I'm sure that's a much different thing than going after Eric Bieniemy.
Right.
I will say this though about that. I thought about something.
Uh-oh.
You said that might open up the door for Eric Bieniemy with Brad Holmes.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it also opened up the door for Dan Campbell, actually, because Dan Campbell is the tight end coach for the Saints and assistant head coach. He kind of just like the Rams head coach. Sean McVay was a former tight end coach and then became an offensive coordinator, then the head coach. So
I don't know, man. I don't know where he's leading. I'm so glad we went GM first, though.
Yeah.
To me, it's hey, we have a power structure in Detroit now. We got it right.
I can't believe Wood even came out to say that he doesn't care if he goes head coach or GM first because it's all going to be the same power or something.
Right.
And I was like,
no, not the same. But there's a power structure, and you need it in any business.
Well, that's the guy who already admittedly said that he's not a football mind. So that's I would expect that.
Right.
We got to say what's up to Dan, Wasim, Robbie Archer, everybody. Do you guys love the hire? Do you love the GM hire? Let us know if you're in the chat on YouTube. If you're watching us on Twitter right now, tweet us. And if you're in the Facebook chat, we appreciate everybody interacting.
We got a slow clap for Rob. Did you see his comment?
I just saw that comment. Can we give it up for him? Can we give it up for Ron Coddington? Paid off his student loans, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go!
That is massive, massive, massive.
I could see Rob Coddington hitting send on that last payment, saying, let's go!
How many do you still have student loans, Joey?
Just a little bit.
A little bit? You have student loans?
A lot of it.
A lot of it. Art, do you have student loans?
No comment.
You have children loans.
No comment.
You still have student loans?
Yeah, he still got some.
Can I make it? I don't even want to say it.
Make us sad.
I have not paid a single dollar on my student loans.
That's okay. You're not alone.
I can't afford it.
You're
it's
not
insane.
alone.
Yeah, I've not paid it. It's been 10 years.
What college did you go to?
I can't say.
Oh, okay.
The college, you know.
You got okay.
You know.
Yeah.
You know which one it is.
I dropped out of college after 1 year, so I had a small amount of student loans, but they gone now. They gone.
And I call myself the Black Van Wilder.
Uh-oh.
I took the scenic route.
How many years were you in college, Corey?
Well, total time probably about 5, 6. But I was just fooling around. I was just a frat guy.
Yeah.
But I stretched out so long. But yeah, whatever.
Think about all the connections you made, though, Corey. It's worth it.
Right. It's worth it, man. Look at you now. Look at you now, Corey. So here's the deal. We're going to take a quick break, 30 seconds, and we'll be right back talking about, Brad Holmes' former team, the Rams, taking on the Packers, and we'll get this weekend football extravaganza started next.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand.
Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10 and a half months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
Hire a graduate of Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Yeah, so this is my kind of weekend, baby. Football. Last weekend, we had 3 football games each day. This weekend, we got dos each day, and they're all great games because this is what's going on. We're leading into the Super Bowl. We're whittling it down to the very best teams in the NFL. And the first game on the docket, we actually get to kind of see what Brad Holmes put together in L.A., and they're taking on the people we hate the most. The Packers. The Packers.
They're so damn good, though.
They are so damn good. The over-under for the game is 45.5 points, and the spread is 6.5. I'll let you guys start off. Give your thoughts. What you think's going to happen? What are you looking for in this game? Because I got a lot of questions for you guys.
6.5 in favor of the Packers, I'm assuming, right?
Yes, Packers are favored.
This is going to be a really strong defensive game. I mean, you look at both defenses, really, really good. But the big thing, too, I mean, Packers is my pick for going to the Super Bowl.
Ooh!
I think they're gonna make it to the Super Bowl. So on that game, I'm probably gonna go with the under because I think defenses are gonna play such a big role. But I got the Packers taking this one.
Joey just calling his Super Bowl shot right out of the gate. I love
it's
it.
The Packers.
I love it.
And like we always say, it's our division. So why not showcase that we have? I want to say the best division, but we really don't. But we got some of the best teams.
To me, this is the ultimate matchup of the weekend. You got the number 1 offense going against the number 1 defense, and we're going to see who wins out. Obviously, Green Bay has a little bit of advantage playing in the cold weather from the boys from L.A. A little bit of a difference for them, but I don't care. I love when the number 1 defense goes up against the number 1 offense, and we get to prove the theory that defense wins championships.
And that's what's going to win this game because I'm going with the Rams.
Are you?
Definitely going with the Rams. Right now, they don't need to throw the ball. All they need to do is just put that pressure on Aaron Rodgers, which they're going to do with that number 1 defense. And they're right now with their defense, they're only allowing 281. They're allowing 281 9-point yards per game, 18.5 points per game. They're going to go ahead and limit Rodgers. Aaron Donald, the Terminator.
The Terminator. I love when the coach said that. The Terminator will play.
The Terminator is going to be ready.
Yeah.
Terminator going to be feeling some pain this week, though, because Aaron Donald's going to be
Aaron Donald is the Terminator.
Oh, you're talking about
Aaron Donald. You thought Aaron Rodgers was the Terminator?
Aaron Rodgers.
No,
Aaron Donald's the Terminator.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's over.
I just think that the biggest thing is the defense. I think that as great as Aaron Rodgers has been all season, the 4,300 yards passing, 48 touchdowns.
48 touchdowns, bro. 48.
It's a lot of touchdowns.
It's a lot of touchdowns.
As great as he is, he just comes up short in the postseason, and it's not always his fault. It's sometimes a lot of times it's his team's fault.
Right.
And I just think that's going to be the case here.
There's a lot of things I'm looking forward to this game. Like I said, first of all, number 1 offense, number 1 defense, 18.5 points per game. And the Rams' offense, though, is 22nd on offense. So that's kind of the tricky part of this matchup. But then you got Aaron Rodgers. He's got his MVP season going on. Like I said, the Packers are number 8 in rushing and number 9 in passing. So they're very balanced on offense. You don't know what you're going to take away. You got rookie Cam Akers on one side for the Rams he broke the Rams rookie rushing record in the playoffs last week with having over 100 yards. And you see Aaron Rodgers just being Aaron Rodgers behind me.
Can maybe Joik teach me real quick how to do that? He does the roll with the – look at that. I want to learn that. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, Joey's got a sweet trick, too, to where he just rifles the ball at the ground and it bounces right up at him.
That's my thing.
Wait, you can do that?
Not that one. I can do the way, you're walking.
I don't believe it. We got to get it on video today.
Yeah, I can't do it. Every time I do it, it bounces like 4 feet that way and breaks shit. But Joey can stand there all day and bounce a football like a basketball. It's crazy.
I'm like a pro.
You are a pro. And how'd you gain that? How'd you gain that skill?
Right on the bench.
That's what you do when the team's playing. Joey just throwing the ball at the ground all game long.
I mean, you gotta kill time somewhere. Fish, I feel you, man, throwing that football up all day. I feel you, man.
Joey was the original fish at Brother Rice, just like, boosh, off the ground. But yeah, we got to get that on video because that is a cool little parlor trick that Joey has.
I appreciate that. It's like
like you gave him a good boy. Like, that's a good boy. I'm glad that you could do that.
You gained a skill while you were riding the bench. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. But that is a sweet skill because it looks dope now. Like, I'm like, man, that kid's an athlete. And it's like, oh.
See, that's the thing. We don't got to talk about me 10 years ago in high school. We can talk about what I got now.
Yeah.
And it's that talent.
You got that man strength now. You got the talent. You can dribble your own ball. It's amazing.
Go on. Continue.
Yeah, let's get back into the Packers and the Rams. One of the things that I think is a very important matchup to watch is on the outside. We're talking Devontae Adams versus Jalen Ramsey. To me, this is like if I could only watch two players all game play each other, those are the two players I want to watch. Like Jalen Ramsey, if you run through the list of opponents that he shut down this season, it's everybody. It literally is everybody from Stephon Diggs. Amari Cooper had a good game, first game of the season. He had like 81 yards, but that came on 10 catches. So it took a lot of volume to get those yards. He locked down Tyler Lockett. He locked down DK Metcalf. DK had a good game against them in the playoffs, but those touchdowns that he got, guess who wasn't guarding them those plays?
Jalen
Ramsey.
If you could pick the best wide receiver in the NFL or the best cornerback in the NFL, what are you going with?
Corner.
Because defense wins championships.
Well, not only that, I mean, the best cornerback can shut down the best wide receiver, and there's so much, like, wide receiver, the tiers they're just so many of them. With cornerback, you're either elite or you're good.
Yeah.
You know?
Even though worst wide receiver can have at least one good game if the quarterbacks get him in the right spot, but you got a shut down corner. That's taking away a part of the field.
Right.
It really is. Like, you don't have to worry about his assignment at all throughout the game. So then the safety could focus more so on the other side of the field.
Oh, it just helps you in so many ways. I mean, that's really why the Patriots have been so successful over this like 10-year, 15-year run that they've been on.
Yeah.
Is because Belichick's defense is predicated on having two shutdown cornerbacks, so the rest of his defense can do whatever the hell they want.
I thought it was because Matt Patricia called the greatest defensive play in history.
He did. Yeah, thank God for Matt Patricia, man. Did you see Malcolm Butler had an interception last weekend? I tweeted out, I wonder if Matt Patricia's going to take credit for that one, too.
I mean, he should.
He's sitting there with his Cheetos on his stomach like, I could have called that play. Where's my pencil?
I want a Matt Patricia cam so bad just to see what he's up to. I don't care, but I just want to see what he's up to.
I just picture the Trailer Park Boys when I picture Matt Patricia in the offseason. Like, he's just doing dumb shit somewhere. Like hunting with BB guns or like doing weird things.
Lighting firecrackers on fire.
Yeah, exactly.
Put them inside cans. Like,
blowing up watermelons, you know.
I love how Art's just listing off things he does on his weekends.
You're not wrong.
You mean Uncle Matt? Yeah, he's coming over to blow up watermelons this weekend. Yeah, Matt Patricia, you are not missed. I just want to say that. But my pick I actually think the Rams can pull it off this weekend too. I think the Rams are gonna beat the Packers by a score of like 27-17. I think they're really gonna put it on the Packers because if Aaron Donald gets rolling and puts pressure on Aaron Rodgers, we've seen Aaron Rodgers like implode with a lot of pressure. And once you get that rookie behind me going, once you get Cam Akers going
off.
And that's what I think is going to be the X factor of the game because the Packers are middle of the pack when it comes against the run. They're like the 13th in the league. Cam Akers had a 131 last week. I think he's going to get about $150 this week.
$150, Cam Akers.
Book it.
You think so?
Book it.
He said book it.
Book it.
Okay. I'm booking. I'm typing it down right now.
I mean, the Packers are 13th ranked on defense, so it's not like they have a super imposing defense coming to town.
Wow. It's just that momentum. The Packers, that's one thing they're so good on, is the momentum when their offense is just on fire. And then bam, touchdown after touchdown after touchdown. So they're gonna bring it with the heat on the Rams side of it.
Yeah.
With the defense. So
you're taking the Rams too? Are we all taking the Rams? Oh no, you got to take the Packers. That's your Super Bowl team.
That's my Super Bowl team. I'm not thinking they're gonna win the whole thing, but I think they'll have a spot in the Super Bowl. So I'm gonna stick with our division on the Packers.
Yeah, I mean that's the only redeeming thing the Packers have to me is that they're in our division and you want like your division to look good, but outside of that,
they're just always winning.
Yeah, just lose, Packers.
Yeah. I mean, even if it makes the most sense, I just would never allow my heart to pick Green Bay.
It's tough, man. It's tough being a fan and also trying to be a like smart analyst too.
I know.
But yeah,
I'm gonna find that balance. Just not this weekend.
Well, I'm just always going to lean defense. So if you got the number one defense in the league, you're my squad, and I'm going to be watching that game. Note to this, too, that because they were going back and forth on who the starting quarterback was going to be for the Rams, Goff got the nod as the starter. So even though he had surgery on his thumb a couple weeks ago, and then you saw last game, he smashed his thumb again. Did you see,
yeah, nasty thumbs. Ooh.
Yeah, he had Megan Fox thumbs. Nasty thumbs.
When you guys threw up that picture, I expired.
You ain't never seen thumb toes like that, man.
One more big question, too. With the Rams, they're from Los Angeles. It's like probably 85 degrees there right now.
Right.
Do you think them coming to Lambeau Field in the frozen tundra is going to play a big toll in the game?
I mean, it's definitely a factor. I'm trying to look up right now.
Temperature in LA?
Yeah. It's definitely going to be a factor, but these are professional athletes, man. They've all grown up playing football in like all different climates.
Wow.
So
85 degrees.
They're at 85 degrees.
Yeah.
But in Green Bay tomorrow, it's looking like it's going to be like 30 degrees.
I think it's
I want snow. If there's snow, that'd be so dope.
Yeah, I love snow games. It looks like if there is going to be snow, it's going to be like snow and slush.
Yeah.
So it could be a slushy game, and to me, that favors the defense. So even if it is that kind of weather, I think it still favors LA, even though it's a little bit chilly. But it's not like -6 where it's going to cause them issues.
Yeah, I don't think the weather's going to play any factor in this game at all. I think that the Rams are just going to come out and just force the rush again, just run it down their throats the whole game, and their defense is just going to be able to finally put the clamps on Aaron Rodgers.
So what's your final score, man?
Ooh, I've been going back and forth between this one. I'm still think it's going to be a close game. I'm thinking something like 30-24.
30-24?
Something like that.
All right, how about we do this? If you're watching right now on Facebook or you're watching right now on Twitter, let's give away a T-shirt if you guess the score right. So and we'll do this for each game too today. So we'll go back through the chat and we'll find out. So everybody that's in the chat right now, guess your score: Rams versus Packers, and whoever gets the score right, we'll give them a free T-shirt.
So we're making this easy, just the score.
Yeah, well, on Sunday we'll do the $1,000.
Okay, let's do the big
Sunday
one.
at 11 a.m. we'll do our Sunday preview, and then Corey's got a Saturday preview going on.
Oh man, I'm nervous about this one.
Yeah, Corey and Ant did a Saturday preview for tomorrow, so that's gonna be fun. But yeah, put your score in there, and if you get it right, we'll hook you up with a Woodward Sports T-shirt. You guys want to move on to the next game? I mean, you got your pick in, right?
Oh yeah.
Joey, did you give a final score?
I did not give a final score, but I'm gonna think. You said over and under. Over and under was what? 45?
45 and a half.
45 and a half. So
Yep.
I'm gonna go 23-20 Packers.
23-20 Packers. Yeah, that seems about right. I wouldn't argue with that.
Thank you.
Yeah. No,
Do
man,
I get a T-shirt too?
No. If you get it right, I'll give you a T-shirt. I'll give you a T-shirt, Joey.
I want the hat.
I want the hat. We're getting some guesses in. 28-21 Green Bay, 35-21 Packers, 28-21 LA, 24-23 Packers. That'd be a fun game. I just hope it's a close, competitive game, and I just hope we get to see Aaron Darnold rip Aaron Rodgers' head off at some point.
Truthfully, I think
rip his head off, Art.
I think all these games. I think all these games are going to be pretty close this weekend.
You think so?
I do. Even the Chiefs game.
Yeah. Well, Vegas has this at almost a touchdown game, so we'll see. Then the next game on the docket, I love this game too. Like, this is probably my favorite game of the weekend. We got the Ravens taking on the Bills, and it's only a 2.5-point spread.
Wow. That's about right.
Yeah.
I believe that's about right.
Well, the interesting thing about these two teams is they're kind of like reciprocals of each other. Remember that word, reciprocals?
Yeah.
They're reciprocals of each other. Like, the Ravens are last in passing but first in rushing, and the Bills are like 20th in rushing and third in passing. So even though they got to this point, they both got there in extremely different ways. People want to compare Josh Allen to kind of a Lamar Jackson because he's mobile, but he ain't Lamar Jackson mobile.
No, he's not.
Lamar cannot throw the ball like Josh Allen, and Josh Allen cannot run like Lamar. So, just in my opinion, so.
Well, no, that's what the stats say too. That's literally what the season has played out.
So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, Josh Allen ain't doing that. Josh Allen ain't doing that. He may do it a little bit, but yeah, he's crafty, but he is no Lamar Jackson. And you love on that play, Lamar Jackson's just like, you know what? I'm going to do this myself. Like, screw passing, screw doing anything. You could just tell at this moment he's like,
and that was against,
I'm done. I'm doing this shit myself.
And that was against a great defense.
Right. Like, come on. This
like,
is easy.
he literally looks like Devontae Smith out there with the wheels. He's up for a record, actually, to break this week with being the first quarterback to run with consecutive 100-yard games in the playoffs.
Okay.
So you think he's going to break that?
Yes. Yeah.
And you know what's crazy?
That's their offense, man.
What's crazy is
I'm done.
That's his first ever career postseason rushing touchdown.
Really?
Yeah, that one right there.
Well, he needs to keep it up if they want to win this game.
You look at that, you would not think that that's his first.
No. That, like, to me, that is close to that Michael Vick run against Green Bay. Like that. Remember that run?
I remember the Green Bay one. I remember the Minnesota one. Is that the one where they hit each other?
That's Green Bay.
Oh, that was Green Bay?
Yeah.
Okay. I think he had a Minnesota run too. He had too many.
Yeah, Vic,
I used to love Mike Vick and Madden.
Ooh.
With that lefty.
Hey, you have to roll left though. I didn't like that. Man.
I know.
It totally screwed up.
And
my
then
game plan.
you'd run right, and then someone would be coming, and you have to throw the ball.
And then when they didn't fix the glitch in Madden, and you could just throw anywhere, no matter where you were facing, like you'd be here, and you'd just be like, ugh. It'd be perfect dime, like right to him. Ah, man, we got to get a Woodward Sports Madden tournament going.
Dude, this new Madden's hard.
Is it?
These Maddens are, like, because I know you haven't played in a little while.
Yeah.
Madden is tough. You know what's so hard about Madden is throwing the ball. Like, you got to do, like, short ball and really be precise, because you can't take any Hail Mary balls at all. User picks in that game is so easy. So easy. Like, you literally user pick any single ball that goes up in the air.
Man, you're making me want to play Madden so bad.
Do they have a feature where you can roll the ball like Joey? Like, is that in Madden yet, or is that something that's developed?
No, you can't play as the bench. You got to play as only on-field players.
Dude, wouldn't that be funny if you could just create bench players and like dick around all game on the sidelines? Like, that's your job.
Like cheerleader mode.
Right. I mean, you could do it where you build up your entire franchise, or build up the guy from college and shove him into Madden. Why wouldn't you have your bench player that never made it on the sideline just throwing the ball at the ground?
That would be me.
That would be you?
That would be me.
Corey, I could see you lighting people up though.
Right.
Man.
Corey says all that,
or you're
but
just too nice.
I'm not going to be that guy who boosted up his high school career. It was non-existent.
Oh, yeah, no.
That guy. He's saying us.
Yeah, no,
I don't know. I say you. Hey, you took that. Hey, you said that yourself.
Right.
That's all Stick and I talk about. Well, back in high school,
when we didn't play. So the over-under for this game is 50. That means they're expecting some scoring on both sides of the ball. Like I said, the key matchup for me is the quarterbacks. If Lamar Jackson can outduel Josh Allen, we're going to have a hell of a game here. And, you see Josh Allen making his little athletic play, running to the goal line, stopping, then throwing it to the tight end. The guy's just so aware, and he's really brought about a change in the Bills' culture. Obviously, the coaching is a part of that. But without Josh Allen, this ship ain't running like this.
Nah. And he just came out of nowhere. Like, he's just been. They have
literally
Wyoming. Out of nowhere. Right now, the Bills, like I said, they have the second most points per game, 31.3 points per game, and the second in yards per game. They're averaging almost 400 yards a game. Like, as good as the Bills, as good as the Ravens defense is, that's still going to be a tough out.
Oh, yeah.
It is. Yeah, I'm going to be interested to see what rookie middle linebacker Patrick Queen is, how he's going to read Josh Allen, because that's another intriguing matchup. And then you can't, if we're talking about the Bills, you got to mention Stephon Diggs. He statistically the best wide receiver in the NFL this year.
I knew he was good when he played for the Vikings. I just did not see him taking that upper level, because when they said that he went to the Bills, I'm like, oh, okay, they got it. Diggs is all right.
Right.
Now I'm like, damn, Diggs is good.
Yeah, no, Diggs is real good. But you take that with a grain of salt, too, because you see what Justin Jefferson did sliding into that Diggs role, and it's like, Diggs is great, but Diggs is also replaceable.
Went and broke Moss's rookie record.
Right.
Wow.
And people are saying, Corey, you were right, that Michael Vick run was against Minnesota. So it wasn't.
Because I remember, it was like, I remember purple.
The purple colliding, trying to tackle one man. The Ravens versus the Bills. This game's taking place at 8:15 on Saturday. Joey, you got any big plans for the games this weekend?
Honestly, I'm just going to lock to the TV.
Yeah.
That's really it.
Yeah, these weekends are geek out weekends for football fans, and they're also kind of sad because you see the season just whittling down to nothing.
I can see when you said last weekend there were 3 games per day, and this weekend there's 2 games per day.
And then next weekend there'll only be 2 games. Then 2 weekends after that there's 1 game, and that's it.
But you know the one thing that's different, at least for, I don't want to speak for you guys, I want to speak for myself. For me, that's different with the football offseason and when football ends and when the other sports end. The other sports, okay, maybe besides NBA, but it's like football never stops. You're always doing the mock drafts. You're getting ready for fantasy for next year.
Yep.
It's never ending. So that's why I love it. I mean, as soon as this Super Bowl's over, we're going straight into preparing for the draft. Then
to the combine, baby.
My bad. Combine.
Yep.
Then the draft.
Yep.
Then the offseason. Then as soon as we kind of wrap up with the offseason, you're basically a month away from the season starting again.
No, the NFL has done a good job making themselves relevant, even though they have one of the shorter seasons of the big 4 sports. Like, they've done a great job marketing it, making the draft such a big deal. Like, even this virtual draft that they did this year, they were planning that big-ass party in Nashville, and they were going to do the whole thing. But the virtual one was awesome. You got to see Cliff Kingsbury sitting in his mansion, and you got to see Jerry Jones from his, like, $200 million yacht making the calls. Like, you just get to see behind the curtain in the NFL. In other ways, you don't.
You don't. And you know what? I'm gonna make a bold prediction right here for the draft. If everything goes back to normal and they start allowing the amount of press they did before, we're going to be there.
We're going to be there? At the draft? Now, we as like Woodward Sports, or we as in Corey Woods?
Hey,
okay, Wood's gonna be there.
I'm gonna put out there that I'm gonna put in the atmosphere we'll all be there. But if
either way, if you're there, we're there, man. That's how this works.
But if it comes down to one person, then hopefully I can get in there.
But with that being said, there's one invitation on the table. Corey's stacking that right now. That's fine. And you deserve it, man. You've been in all set.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show everybody how to get the NFL media call. Maybe we can all get in there.
Yeah.
No, he'll just FaceTime us from there. Like, hey!
like you do for the Lions pregame show. No, but you've earned all of that, man. Like, if you guys don't know, Corey, 3 months ago, you started working here at Woodward Sports. You have been doing your thing for the Michigan Chronicle for a while, and you've been a photographer for the Lions for a while. You've worked pretty much every job under the sun.
Jamaican. But I'm not Jamaican.
I just love jerk chicken.
Which is what I'm cooking.
That's his recipe. He was telling me about his recipe.
I know.
But what people don't know is, Corey, you literally have grinded your ass off to get in all these Lions press conferences. You're on the Jim Harbaugh press conferences.
Those are fun.
Yeah, those are fun. But
I mean, like, for real though, when you're not on like a big TV station network or the traditional ways of getting it, it's harder.
Yeah, they don't just hand that stuff to you.
You do it all on your own, and we commend you for that.
No, it's not all on my own, because I do a little bit. I've been doing some name dropping lately.
Yeah.
So no, I'm not gonna.
Whose name you dropping, man?
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie.
I dropped Joey's.
You dropped Joey's?
Yeah, it works.
It worked for a few people. Yeah,
it doesn't work.
Who'd you drop Joey's name to?
Get out of here.
I'm not. I'll
high
tell you
school
afterwards.
football? Who do you?
Yeah.
I'll tell you after.
Me and Joey are sneaking into high school football games with the band, like pretending we're the drummers with them. And Corey's walking into the Ford Field on Sundays dropping Joey's name.
No, because
It could have been you, Joey. It could have been you.
Wait, hold up.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I do have a few people that I'm connected to, but then some other people are like, yeah, well, Woodward Sports, you know, we got so and so, and then we got Joey. I know Joey.
Yeah, the mayor, baby.
Damn, man, I'm honored.
And then boom, it really. Okay, I'll tell you this. It
Boom.
really worked.
You get escorted out.
It really worked with the Tigers. I mean, somebody there is a fan of you, so
Really? Sheesh, I gotta go. I gotta hit up the Tigers too. Which is funny because
throwing out the first pitch.
Joey's got the key to the city. He doesn't even know it. Everybody else is just using it.
which is funny because I had to sneak into Comerica Park on numerous occasions. I can't even use my name to get in.
You're gonna try, and they're gonna be like, no, he's already inside.
No,
no, I'm Joey. That happened to me.
I love that.
That happened to me when I first started working in Detroit when I was an intern for Tic Tac. He was doing a club night at Blue, and he's like, work the door. You know everybody that's supposed to be in here or not. So I'm out there with my checklist as an intern. Dude comes up to me. He's like, yeah, I'm stick.
You're kidding me.
I swear to God, man. I don't want to call him out, but I still know him to this day.
What do you mean you don't want to call him out? Who is it? No. Who is it?
He's
Do
a
I know
DJ.
him?
He's a
I know
DJ.
him?
You probably do know him. Yeah. And he came up to me. He's like, yeah, I'm stick. I'm on the guest list. I was like, really? All right. So
I'm guessing he didn't know you.
He did not know me. No.
What an idiot.
It almost worked.
It almost worked. And,
Hey,
and now it's been a great story for like 15 years. I get to clown him every time I see him, but now he's to the point like, bro, quit bringing up that story. Like that's why I don't want to call him out now, because he's sick of hearing about it.
I won't lie. My thing that I always do, though, in case I don't have access and I see the list right there, I'm good at reading like upside down, so I'll just call out one of the names.
You've stolen people's lists.
100%.
Oh, so they're trying to get it after, and like, no, you already came in.
100%.
So bad.
So yeah, anybody that's watching right now, if you need to get in anywhere in Detroit, just say you know Joey, and you're good.
I can't even do that, but go ahead, try it.
That's awesome, man. You are literally the mayor of not only Woodward Sports, but you should be the mayor of like the Detroit metropolitan area, because I don't think we can just seclude them to Detroit.
Everybody knows Joey. Like,
Yeah.
Hey,
literally.
you guys, I'm blushing.
Yeah,
Mr. Mayor, okay.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, we're happy to have you. Uh-oh, somebody guessed the name.
No!
I'm not going to confirm, but yeah, that's right, Robbie. Oh, that is hilarious.
I'm about to rip on him now.
Oh, man, that is funny. So, Joey, you're going to be watching the games this weekend, and you're going to be able to see them very well, right?
I am. I'm going to just be watching them in clarity at my home and just chilling and eating some Caribbean jerk chicken, Jamaican jerk with Corey.
And you got your LASIK vision, so you can see the screen
You know,
beautifully.
that's the thing is I got perfect vision, so I feel bad for the people that don't got that Joey supervision, because, you know, they call me Mr. Mayor around here.
Yeah.
Mayor got to see. Mayor got to see, and I want you to see too, because I'm the mayor, so I got to give you the hookup on that too. And right now, the Yellow Eye Center is beating any single price possible, because Dr. Yellow is just a man like that, especially in the pandemic. He wants everybody to take care of themselves. So call 1-800-398-EYES, 1-800-398-EYES, or go to yelloweyecenter.com. It's the most life-changing thing you could do. Give yourself the gift of LASIK.
There you go, man. Crushed it. Love that. And you know, I got LASIK, and I'll attest to it. And this isn't a paid thing for me. It's just I like these guys. Alex, Joik Bell is calling me. You know what? Let's see. Let's just pick up Joik live on the air.
No, don't do that.
Hey, Joik.
Hey, what's up, Sticks?
You're live on the air with us.
You guys just went live.
Yeah, man. We're on every day from 8 to 10 o'clock.
In case you didn't know, Joey.
Right before you.
Right before me. What up, guys?
What up, Joey?
All right, I'm gonna let y'all get back to it. My bad.
Oh, no, you're good, man. Always good to hear from you. And can't wait to hear your opinion on the new Lions hire later on today at 11.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
All right, man. We'll talk to you soon, Joik. So, Joik doesn't know we're on the air.
Hey, maybe he woke up thinking it's Saturday.
Right.
So that was a reminder. Oh, shoot, I got work today.
Just a reminder, we got John Clayton coming up around 9 o'clock. He's a former ESPN reporter, and he's a writer, and he's pretty much a legend on ESPN, so we can't wait to have him on. We'll ask him about some football and some fun stuff like that. So you guys want to get into the next game on the docket?
Let's go.
And we may actually have to stop this one short when John calls in, but then we could get back to it, and we could get his opinion on this too.
This one, I'm not gonna lie. I struggled with this one.
This one
badly.
It is weird because at this point you have to acknowledge the Browns are a decent football team.
Yeah.
So if you don't know, we're talking Browns and we're talking Chiefs. The Chiefs are favored by 10 points in this game. That is a lot for
that might
a
be one
playoff
of the biggest spreads in playoffs.
Yeah, that is a lot for a playoff game. And the Browns last week overcame some adversity without their head coach, and they beat up on a questionable Steelers team. And now they're taking on the former champs. I don't know what to think of this game either because all season long I kept underestimating the Browns. They kept smacking me in the face. Last week, underestimate the Browns. They smack you in the face. This week, have I learned my lesson? Am I going to underestimate the Browns and get smacked in the face again, Corey?
I don't know. And here's why. I don't want to bet against Patrick Mahomes. I mean, there's no reason to. They're the champs. You gotta favor, man. He's the best. To me, he's just the best player in the NFL. But at the same time, they had some close games this year, closer than you want to think. But because he's so good, they're able to just evaporate any lead or anything that any other team may do. But the Browns, they're sneaky.
They are, man, and they're tough. They got that tough running game, which can control the ball and take any offense off the field, which is what you want to do against Kansas City.
Only thing I'll say about that is that with this game, if the Browns to me are the only team that has a chance at upsetting the Chiefs in the playoffs.
Really? Okay.
See, that's my opinion. If the Browns don't get it done, nobody else is. I don't even care whether it's the Bills or the Ravens. Either one of those advance. I don't think they have a chance because I think this is going to be their toughest test.
The key for me in this game is going to be to score more touchdowns than field goals in the red zone. And hear me out. Obviously, you're probably like, yeah, well, that's more points. You got to do that. So the Browns are one of the highest scoring in the red zone for touchdowns. They're at 74% of red zone trips. They're punching in a touchdown.
Wow.
But then on the flip side, the Chiefs are one of the most successful on forcing opponents to kick field goals when they're in the red zone. So it's an interesting fact, but interesting stat.
Right.
But you got to punch in the touchdowns when you're in the red zone.
Yeah, we're gonna see what part of that breaks. And this is what Corey kind of alluded to first. Is the Browns are good, man, and I'm saying that, and
We've
it's
all
real.
underestimated them. Because you think the Browns, you know?
Well, when I think the Browns, I think of what people think of the Lions nationally. Like they're
16.
Yeah, they're just like 0-16. They haven't been able to get it done. They're from that cold area where football is supposed to be played, but they don't play it the right way. I literally feel like when I think about the Browns, that's how people outside of Detroit think about the Lions. And so for me, it's gonna be just like it'd be tough for the country to wrap their head around the Lions being great, it's tough for me to wrap my head around the Browns being great.
I will never accept this, but I mean, I gotta respect it.
Yeah, I think the Browns can hold their own on offense for this game, but on defense, they're gonna struggle a lot. The Browns are letting up 26.2 points a game.
Oof.
26 points a game on defense,
especially the Chiefs.
Yes.
Ooh, they're going to take that and run with that.
That's where my logic starts to lean. All right, the Chiefs are going to run away with this because the Browns are going to put up points. You can do that on the Chiefs defense. The Chiefs also allow 22 points a game.
Oh, yeah.
But the Chiefs are going to put up a lot more points than anybody the Browns have faced this season.
It's kind of going to be a Bama versus Ohio State kind of like when you look at it from the outside.
Right.
That's exactly what it is in college terms.
I think if you look at this game, I think the first half is going to tell the story.
Okay.
If it's close after the first half, I can see the Browns going ahead and pulling an upset. If they can just keep it close in the first half, I can see them being upset. But if the Chiefs come out guns blazing, it's over.
It's over. Yeah. And this goes back to our Bieniemy conversation because, he had been the talk of the town and the highest coach on the list. It was pretty much him and Saleh are the top dogs. And we haven't heard anybody hype about Bieniemy. So hopefully the rumors are out there that, hey, leave the guy alone. He's going for Detroit.
I will say, I want to pull up the quote because I didn't know we were going to come back to him. But I will say this. You could probably Google the quote. Patrick Mahomes pretty much said that Bieniemy needs to be a coach somewhere. He just said it within the past week. Like anybody that does not bring him in as their coach, they're pretty much an idiot.
Yeah, and it's weird because obviously they're in the midst of their Super Bowl run, so you can't really have the interviews. We brought Bieniemy in for an interview last week during their bye week, but now shut down. You're not going to be able to talk to this guy for the next 3 weeks. That's why I like the Lions instilling their GM now, and I'm hoping that's where it's leading. All right, let's knock the GM out in 4 weeks. We can have Bieniemy on board, and we're off and running, baby.
I didn't like the feeling of having to hire a GM and coach at the same time. Like, now I feel so much better because, all right, we got our GM. That's one thing off the team's plate. But then now we got to just focus on getting the right head coach in the organization.
And I got that quote up.
All right, let's hear it, Corey.
I can't forget I put it in my own damn story. Here's what Patrick Mahomes had to say about Eric Bieniemy and him being a head coach. I think he will be hired. His track record speaks for itself. The type of man he is, the way he can control and be a leader of the locker room, and the way that he coaches and the schemes that he brings to us. If he doesn't, people are crazy.
I think so too. I mean, you see the plays he draws up. You see what he did with Travis Kelce. Like, wouldn't we want that here for T.J. Hawkinson?
Especially firsthand for the quarterback to say that about his offensive coordinator, willing to give him up.
Yeah.
That just really shows that, he's done what he's got to do there, and now it's time for him to really be a big boy and lead a team to victory.
Put on your big boy pants and come to Detroit. Put on the big boy pants.
No? I hope so. Nobody? I just hope he comes here.
You do?
Cause, I'm not going to front. I was on a solid train. Hard, but now that Salah's gone to New York, that still boggles my mind.
Yeah, we'll talk about that after we recap all these games.
I have some facts on that one, but I hope EB comes here.
One interesting thing about this matchup is Patrick Mahomes and Baker Mayfield have played each other before in college. And that was a shootout of a game. Oklahoma versus Texas Tech, I believe. What was it? Oklahoma won 66-59 during that game.
Wow.
So these two
have a lot of points, first off. Damn.
Yeah, these two have a history of going at each other and putting up a ton of points, going back and forth. Baker got the better end of that deal. Do you think Baker's going to get the better end of this deal? No.
Baker was good. Baker was good. Baker is good.
Oklahoma Baker?
Oklahoma Baker was legendary, but NFL Mahomes is legendary.
Yup.
And can we at least acknowledge that Patrick Mahomes is a Detroit Tiger? People forget that, man. The Tigers drafted Patrick Mahomes. So if he ever decides to play baseball, we got Patrick Mahomes on the squad.
What the hell does that mean? The dude's not ever... I don't know.
Why
not?
You
look at Jordan. He went into baseball.
It is a conflict of interest now that he owns parts of the Royals, but still, the Tigers have drafted more.
You can't do that, right?
Huh?
You can have parts of the team and play. No.
But the Tigers have drafted more Super Bowl winning quarterbacks than the Lions. Fun fact of the day. Take that one home.
It's a good fact.
Isn't that crazy? If you think about it, isn't that the craziest stat that you could ever think about? Corey, no.
It's sad.
What is that doing for our team, though? Nothing,
but it's still fun to talk about.
It's sad.
It's funny because that's what we get excited about.
Yeah, it's just a weird fact, man. You could go around any other team in the league, and they probably have their Super Bowl quarterback, but ours plays for the Chiefs, and he played for the Tigers.
Next time the Tigers draft somebody that is a football player, we got to grab them.
Yeah.
We have to.
We got to put them on the Lions, too.
Yeah.
All right. I'll take that. We got some upset. People are thinking the Browns are going to get this upset.
Yeah.
I don't see it happening, man. Just because of the Browns' defense. But, like I said, the Browns have been proving me wrong all season long.
It just, as long as it's not close after the second half. If it's close after the second half, that's my only caveat for the Browns having a chance to upset. If it's close after the second half, I'll say if it's within a touchdown.
Right.
If it's within a touchdown, Browns will pull it out.
Browns will pull it out? Joey?
It's going to be one or two things. It's going to be the Browns somehow could get lucky and play a damn near perfect game.
Yep.
And come off on top. Or get their ass whooped.
No in between.
There's no in between on this game.
I just can't see the champs getting unsettled by the Browns. My brain just can't comprehend that. It just won't let me say, that's a possibility.
I took the underdogs in college football. I'm not taking the underdogs.
Yeah, you learned that lesson against Alabama.
My lesson.
But hey, I mean, if the Browns do pull the upset, maybe we can just fly Bieniemy in.
Yeah, hey, there.
I see where you're going with this.
I like that. So now I'm rooting for the Browns. Let's go Browns. Get us Eric Bieniemy, baby. Oh, man, that would be great if that happened.
That'd be crazy. That's a good theory, though.
So you guys want to give your final scores on the game?
I'm going to go with Kansas City 37.
Okay.
And Browns 28.
And Browns 28. 37-28 for Joey. What do you got, Corey?
I'm going to go 35-21 Chiefs.
35-21 Chiefs. I got 45-25 Chiefs.
Damn.
I think the Chiefs are going to just roll on these guys.
So we all went on the over on that.
I think we all took the over, and I think we're all taking the Chiefs with the points.
Yep.
Yeah. So I don't know if you're a betting man, that is the bet that I would take. I can't understand the Browns beating the Chiefs. Like, it just doesn't make sense in my brain.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, even though I just gave that, like I said, gave that caveat for the upset, I'm still going to pick the Chiefs.
All it is one football game that they got to win, though.
Yep.
Hope for a horrible day for the Chiefs and a perfect game for the Browns. That's it. That's all they got to do.
I think the Browns had their 8 Mile moment last week.
8 Mile moment?
Yeah.
That was their one shot. Yeah. I love how Baligian came in. It was like, man, I just wish there was the Lions and the Bears. Could you imagine if the Lions did that to the Bears in the first round of the playoffs? Like, yeah, that'd be great.
I can imagine. I'm dreaming.
Finally get your rival. So we're going to take a quick break. Adam, do you want to hit the commercial real quick? And we'll be back in about 30 seconds. So yeah, we're 3/4 of the way through our predictions, our excitement for the weekend, and the next game up is the Battle of the Old Men. You step into the stadium, it's going to smell like Ben Gay. It's two of the most accomplished quarterbacks in NFL history.
Oh, yeah.
Arguably, you could argue either of these guys as maybe the best of all time. Tom Brady, obviously, a lot easier argument than Drew Brees, but Drew Brees is in the conversation as one of the GOATs. One of the GOATs.
He should. I would put Brees probably he's not out of top 5. I just have a struggle. Somewhere between 3 and 5. I just don't know exactly where, but no lower than that.
All right, well, before we get into this, special guest John Clayton, we have this ESPN commercial, though, that we wanted to play. This was John Clayton. He's a former ESPN analyst, and he's a writer right now. He lives on the west side of the country. But let's watch this SportsCenter clip, which we've kind of mocked here at Woodward Sports with our crew. And we're going to talk to John Clayton coming up next.
We need a brilliant insight. He's available at the drop of a hat.
Hey, Mom! I'm done with my segment!
John Clayton, how you doing this morning? Are you there, John? No, still looking for John. Well, we'll keep talking about the Chiefs or the Bucks and. Oh, there we go. I can hear you now, man. I can hear you. How you doing this morning?
We hear him.
We can hear him. Adam's over there working hard, getting his audio dialed in.
John, you there? You need our help? Are you okay?
6 a.m. So I'm not, and it's pretty much been awake now. I have not had any sleep. Trying to get ready for this.
Are you as excited for this weekend as we are?
And again, the connection's not too good. This line's breaking up.
All right. Well, we're gonna bail on that for right now.
Hello?
We'll try to come back to John. Adam's gonna work on the audio. We'll try to get John back on right after we talk about the Bucks and the Saints.
Yeah.
So the Bucks and the Saints are playing each other. He's there. You can hear him?
I hear you. Let's try it one more time. John Clayton, are you there? Do you hear us? Good morning.
And he gone. Well, we tried.
Hello.
Man, I was so looking for. Hey, John, can you hear us? Adam, does he not have us through the mic?
No, he's there.
All right. Well, John, if you can hear us, just start talking. Just give us your update on this weekend and what your picks are going to be. All right.
Let's do it. So back to the Bucks and Saints, guys.
Yeah, man, that was going to be a lot of fun. Damn it. I wish we could have talked to John Clayton. But either way, he's up early. He's been studying the games all night. And that's just how John Clayton rolls.
I mean, we're looking at 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks going at it this weekend on Sunday. And arguably the best quarterback of all time with Tom Brady.
Right.
And Drew Brees.
Right.
So it's definitely going to be a fun game to watch. I'm going to think about the History Channel meme that has been going around.
Actually, we have that over there. How do you throw that up on the back?
That's all I'm going to be thinking of as I see these two. Tom Brady is the best looking old dude I have ever seen.
Dude, he looks like he said. Alex said he looks like he could be a Santa.
He really could. Oh, that'd be so good. Imagine they do Santa as Tom Brady.
Oh, you just roll up and you sit on Tom Brady's lap.
I'd love that.
I bet you would.
I would.
But
yeah.
Man, they did Breeze bold.
Yeah, no, Breeze looks really bad.
Completely off like that.
But either way, the Bucks have the #1 rushing defense in the league, only allowing 80 yards per game. Obviously, the Saints are more of a pass-first option team, but if you could stop Alvin Kamara, you could stop a lot of the Saints' offense, and the Bucks kind of have the parts to do it.
But is there really any stopping Alvin Kamara?
We'll find out.
You know what? I'm not too sure about that one, but I will say this: for a 43-year-old guy, Tom Brady's the best I've ever seen.
Yes.
I mean, I think he's the only 43-year-old guy I've ever seen play like this, but he's playing at such an elite level that I don't think that Drew Brees will be able to match that. It would be too much on Alvin Kamara to lead that offense to a victory over them. It's too much.
So the next game is going to be the conference championship. Take a guess as to how many Tom Brady has reached in his career.
Oh, what? 12?
Corey?
Career, I'm going to say about, I'm going to go 13.
14.
14. Yeah, that's about right, man.
14 versus Breeze with only 4. So that's crazy. 14. This could be his 14th time. Damn near hitting the Super Bowl.
So do you think if Breeze and the Saints lose this game, it's the last time we'll ever see Breeze on a field?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah?
I believe that this...
I've been saying this, though.
Each year they keep saying this is Breeze last year, and he still looked like he had a little bit left in the tank. I don't see how he plays another season past this year. It's time to go ahead and give it up.
Okay.
And it's not just saying like he's trash or anything like that. He's not trash. I just think that he's a shell of his former prime self, and if he continues to play, he's going to hinder the Saints offense.
Now, same question, Tom Brady. If Tom Brady and the Bucks lose this game, is that the end for Tom Brady?
No, but I will say this. I think if the Bucks win the Super Bowl, I think that might be the end of Tom.
Okay, I like that. That's an interesting take.
Walk out with a win.
So you think he's going to pull the Elway? He's going to win and just ride off into the sunset? I got my win with my new team. Can't argue it anymore. I'm the GOAT.
Yeah, because it's like he's at that point. He's proven it. He's been kind of even with as great as his stats are, he's still been a little shaky this year. So I only reason I can see him coming back is because now, okay, I'm familiar with the offense. Let me go ahead and try to get another one. But if he rides off into this and gets the Super Bowl and wins it, I think he's going to go out on top.
So let me ask you this as a Tampa Bay fan.
Yeah.
Gronk, Brady, they take you to the ship, they win it, and they both leave together. You hating them or you praising them for life?
I'm loving them.
Praising them.
Give me as a Lions fan, give me the championship. Like, I don't care.
And done?
Hey, look at Kawhi.
It's better than none and done.
I'm just saying.
I look at it like Kawhi Leonard. Even though the Buccaneers already have one Super Bowl, they only have one.
Right.
Look at Kawhi. When he went to Toronto, when he got traded to Toronto, he got them their one ship, and then he immediately bolted when he became a free agent. They still love him for that one title.
Yeah.
When he goes back, he's still a king there.
Heck yeah.
So if you bring a title to us and you just say, hey, I'm about to go ahead and walk away and go home, Job well done.
Please come to Detroit. We're cool with that.
Honestly, I'm such a whore for a title. It doesn't matter what you do at this point. Like, just give it to me, use me, and walk away. Like,
Honestly,
I'll sit here and I'll enjoy my title.
Come here, take us to the playoffs, and we'll praise you.
Yeah, I'm a whore for a playoff win. Like, it doesn't matter to me at this point. So, yeah, I don't care if we bring in a whole new team and then they all quit after the playoffs and we got to restart all over.
Just remember that year
we had that one glorious year, man.
Remember back when? That's all we could talk about.
Yeah, you kind of do it with the Pistons right now, man.
For sure.
Remember that 04 team? Like, you have that for the rest of your life. And
I have the 04 team is I don't have the same memory everybody does.
Why?
I love the team. I hate LB.
Why?
Because I'm gonna tell you right now.
You hate pound for pound Larry Brown?
Wow. You know why?
Why?
When after the Pistons lost to the Spurs.
Yep.
I was an intern on Rob Parker's show Sports Rap, and Larry Brown was one of the guests. So Larry Brown came in, and I asked him because I had to go get him and bring him in. I'm like, are you really leaving the Pistons? Oh, I don't believe that stuff. I'm going to be here.
Oh, come on, Corey.
And then 1 week later, Larry Brown is the coach of the Knicks.
So you expect Larry Brown to tell Corey, the intern walking him into the building, what his future plans are, and because he didn't?
Yep. I'm holding the grudge.
That's the weakest fucking grudge I've ever heard in my life.
I'm holding the grudge.
As an intern, like, he's just gonna
spill you as assistant.
Larry Brown gonna spill all the tea so Corey can break the news that Larry Brown's leaving.
But no, I don't really hate him. It was just a salty moment, like, oh,
why you gonna lie to me like that?
He's like, crap, he really is gone.
I did all of that for you, LB.
Yeah,
and you gonna do me dirty like that?
But what the hell is he supposed to say? Like, yeah, Corey, I'm leaving next week. Like,
he should have told me. I'm a fan.
Yeah,
I'm important.
It would have never gotten out, and you know, the secret would have been safe with you.
But no, it was just all jokes aside. It was just heartbreaking. Like, damn, he's gone.
I love Larry. I love Herb Brown when they were both here, man.
Yeah.
Like Herb Brown
Mike
after
Woodson,
they won the championship.
Woodson,
yeah. And you can't forget Mike Abdenauer, the legend. But let's get back into this Tom Brady matchup with the Drew Breeses. Tom Brady, you said, has been pretty inconsistent this year, but dude is the third quarterback in the league with 4,633 yards.
Yeah, he probably got like about 700 of them against the Lions.
Yeah, he did. I think he got like 500 against the Lions. But I like what Tom Brady, I was going to call him Tom Breeze. I like what Tom Brady has done in this offense. You've seen him grow throughout the year in the Bruce Arians offense. Because you could tell when he was with Bill Belichick, it was more slant passes, dinks, and dunks, and reading the defense, running the scheme. With Bruce Arians, it is a downfield passing attack. And you could tell Tom Brady early in the season wasn't used to taking those 40-yard bomb shots. But now that he's used to them, and now that it's part of the offense, you got Antonio Brown rolling, you got Gronk rolling, you got Godwin rolling, you got Evans rolling, Fournette was rolling. I mean, this team is stacked on the offense, and they're stacked on defense.
It's crazy seeing what Antonio Brown has been able to do with the organization, too. Just really becoming a difference maker for the team. And I think he's going to have a couple touchdowns himself this weekend.
I think he became a difference maker because he got humbled by life.
Yeah.
And
he needed that.
Well, sometimes life will smack you in the face.
And it's kind of funny when you look at it. And Antonio Brown became Juju, and then Juju became Antonio Brown.
That is a great analogy right there.
And Odell disappeared
from the face of the earth.
Where the hell is Odell? I mean, he's like one of the most flamboyant players, and now you don't. Done. Quiet.
Hopefully he comes back next year humbled.
Right. Well, it also helps when you are going to play with a Tom Brady.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Antonio Brown, you put him on a team, you put him on Washington's football team with Haskins.
Oh yeah.
He's a problem.
Yeah.
He's a problem. But you put him on a Tom Brady team, people respect Tom and know that he's not going to put up with that. And if you don't play this way, which we could call it the Patriot way, but we're kind of learning it's more the Tom Brady way, because the Patriot way didn't work for the Patriots without Tom Brady.
And one thing that really impressed me about Brady is that all the reports say Brady didn't walk into the Bucs organization like, oh, I'm Tom Brady. Tom Brady walked in there and demonstrated why I have 6 Super Bowls. He showcased that he was the hardest worker, and that rubbed off on everybody, as you can see.
Right.
The big thing this weekend is going to be the Saints having to somehow figure out how to stop Tom Brady's offense, and that's really going to be the key.
And the Saints have a top 5 defense. Like, the Saints are no joke on defense.
What's his name? The cornerback?
Janoris Jenkins?
No, the other. I like, of course, Janoris. Lattimore.
Yeah.
Lattimore. I like him. He's been holding down Mike Evans, too. He's been shutting him down this season.
It's going to be a fun matchup. Every single one of these matchups is fun this weekend. And I love how the NFL has played out this year. Like, we got the number 1 offense versus the number 1 defense.
It's crazy.
We got Tom Brady versus Drew Brees. Like, there's so many good storylines. We got the young Lamar Jackson versus the young Josh Allen, both mobile quarterbacks, obviously, like we said.
More mobile than the other.
One a lot more mobile than the other, but Josh Allen is still more mobile than most.
Yep.
And then, then you got the matchup, Baker Mayfield. You got State Farm versus Allstate. It's going to be a great matchup, man.
Oh, the commercials.
Oh, yeah. Dude, how many Baker Mayfield commercials are we going to see this weekend? I'm going to say 50.
I was going to say 6, but 50.
Over under. 6.
You said this weekend?
6. That's in a 1 quarter. Every time they take a timeout, you see a Baker Mayfield commercial.
Especially with the playoffs too now.
Okay, different ones or just commercials?
Just commercials.
Okay, yeah, maybe 30, 50.
Over under 50, Corey.
And then, we're going to see the Aaron Rodgers State Farm commercials. We're going to see the Patrick Mahomes State Farm commercials. Like, it's...
Insurance companies are winning this week.
Yeah.
Baker's probably my favorite of them, though.
You know who you should pick as the next GM? Insurance companies, because they seem to know who the star is going to be in the league. Like, they've picked out 3 of the top quarterbacks that are still playing in the NFL. They could have picked anybody, but they picked these 3, and they're still playing. So those commercials are going to hit extra hard this weekend. Those Baker Mayfield commercials crack me up, though. Even though I hate Baker Mayfield and the Browns.
Now I was looking at something. The Saints and the Buccaneers, they're both, because I don't know if he gave scores, the Saints and the Buccaneers are both scoring around 30 points per game. Saints 30.1. Buccaneers are closer to the 31, 30.8.
Right.
Who do you guys think is going to be? This is it's going to be a high scoring game, low scoring game. What do you think?
I mean, Vegas has the over under at 52, so they think it's going to be a pretty high scoring game. Man, that's tough though. I think it's going to be a high scoring game for the Bucs. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Saints are going to be able to manipulate the Bucs defense the way we think they are. But I've thought highly of the Bucs defense all season long. So I'm kind of biased in this situation.
I personally think that it's going to be close, but not because of Breeze. I think I don't think Kamara's going to get off, but I think he's going to get, somewhere around the red zone area. Might get a rushing touchdown and get one receiving. So he might he's not going to have this big game, but not big game as far as yardage. But I believe he's going to be able to be effective in the red zone.
But if it's Drew Brees' last game, he may want to ball out, man. They may pull out all the trick plays. Taysom Hill playing center, playing tight end, playing wide receiver, all on one play.
I will say this: if they get down, let's say 2 scores, I can see Sean Payton just saying, "All right, we're about to empty the clip.
Yeah,
we're about to open up everything. Everything's on the table."
Yeah, are we going on the score predictions?
You want to go? Yeah, go ahead. Give your score prediction.
So I think I'm going to actually go with the Bucs on this one.
Okay.
And I'm going to be right there at the point spread. I'm going to be 27 for the Bucs, 24.
27-24. Yeah, you're right there. You're at 51.
Yeah.
So you're under, but you're right there. Corey, what you got as your score for this game?
42-28 Bucs.
Damn, 42-28 Bucs.
You're over.
Yeah. I'm thinking like 35-17. I'm in that range. I think the Bucs will dominate this game. Once again, I hope they don't. I think it's going to be a good game, but I love the Bucs defense, man. I still have a soft spot for Ndamukong Suh, so I think that's part of it, is my fandom kind of leeches into this a little bit. But I love Ndamukong Suh. I loved when he was a Lion, and I love just watching that dude play. He is an angry, angry elf.
You notice that he doesn't get flags anymore as much as he used to with the Lions?
Because he's not a Lion.
Yeah, TJ
Lang say it.
And also, he's not stomping on people's heads anymore either.
He doesn't need to because he's ahead.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I mean, you've all seen the program, right?
Yeah.
You can't play like Alvin Mack in real life. So.
Oh man, I love that movie growing up, The Program. Have you ever
Kill 'em
seen The
all, let the
Program?
Yeah, I don't remember it too much, but I know I've seen that.
Kill them all. Let the paramedics sort them out.
Because of that movie on Halloween for one game, when we were playing football, we had a game on Halloween, and we all painted our face to look like the skulls like Lattimore had in that movie. And, you know, we all think we're looking like badasses, like this ripped dude. And then you look at the pictures after, and it's all these chubby-faced little kids with, like, they look like skeleton masks on. And we did not look intimidating at all to anybody. But we thought we were the biggest badasses on the planet doing that.
That's great.
Yeah. What's your favorite football movie?
Ooh.
Blindside?
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a decent one.
It's got. I mean, I'm gonna go. It's a tie between Any Given Sunday and Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans. That was
Remember
mine.
the Titans.
That's mine.
That's a good one.
I love Remember the Titans.
The Program is way up there for me because that just reminds me of my childhood. You got to include Rudy when we talk about this.
Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights is another.
Friday Night
was a
Lights
really
might be
good
my
movie.
number one.
What was the one with Dawson? Dawson's Creek dude. Oh God, what was that name? High School Blues. You remember that one?
Yep.
Oh, was it Varsity Blues?
Varsity Blues. Like, I don't want your life. That one. Remember that?
Any Given Sunday.
Any Given Sunday is a great movie. And anybody else have any football movies that they absolutely love? Make sure you put them in the chat, tweet us, or comment on YouTube. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube. We're trying to beef that up. So if you're on Facebook right now, run on over to YouTube, subscribe to us. It's at Woodward Sports. If you're on Twitter, do the same. Get that YouTube bumping.
Yeah, show us that YouTube love.
Yeah, but I'd have to say my favorite football movie of all time, it's got to be Rudy. It's got to be Rudy.
Yeah?
I could watch that movie. You know, I love the underdog story.
You can't go wrong.
Even though, like, one of my favorite all-time signs at College Game Day, you know how they go to the stadiums at College Game Day and they all hold up the crazy signs?
Yep.
One time they were at Notre Dame and someone's holding up a sign that says Rudy was offsides. Like, that shit had me dying.
Did you guys mention the movie The Replacements? Was that the one with the kicker that smoked cigarettes?
Yeah, the Keanu Reeves movie.
Keanu Reeves was in it too.
That was okay.
Yep. Nah, we're gonna go comedy, and I gotta go Waterboy.
Oh, there we go.
You can't forget about The Longest Yard either. That was a great
both
one
of
too.
them. Even the what's his name? Reynolds.
Yeah, the classic one.
Burt Reynolds, the first one, and then the Adam Sandler one.
What about the greatest sports movie? Because I got one.
Ooh. What do you got?
The Sixth Man.
What?
That movie.
With Kadeem Hardison and Marlon
Wayans and them.
What?
I love that movie. That movie is one of my tops.
With Air Bud and stuff too? Like, what are you talking about?
I love that movie.
Really?
That movie gives me the feels too.
Oh my God.
That movie's up there for me.
I mean,
I did not see that coming, Corey.
I'm not okay. I'm gonna be.
always
I'm
been
gonna
one
be
of my
completely
favorites.
honest. I watched it a couple of times, but it's my favorites. That's
It's up there for me.
Oh, I got one.
Who do you got?
The greatest movie ever created. Days of Thunder.
Days of
And
Thunder.
that is a real sports movie.
is
And if anyone says it isn't, you're getting checked.
Rubbing is racing, and I've said that about 4,000 times in my life.
That movie, if you want to know what a real man's man movie is, that's it. Days of Thunder, it doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, we're getting some comments in here. Remember the Titans? We got A League of Their Own. Remember A League of Their Own?
Oh, yeah.
The girl baseball movie, which was cool. Space Jam. That's a good sports
Space
movie.
Jam. That was
classic.
good.
Someone's clowning us for not knowing Varsity Blues. Sorry, Jeff. And then Invincible, the Papali movie. Have you ever seen Invincible with Mark Wahlberg?
I think I have.
Where he comes out in the field as the Jets, like
The Eagle.
Yeah, or the Eagle. Yeah.
But I think baseball, of all sports movies, of all sports, has the best movies. Like,
Think so?
Moneyball is exactly one of them that I was going to list.
Dude, there's so many good sports movies.
Major
Moneyball.
League is one of my favorite movies of all time. And then probably my Field of Dreams is like my all-time favorite. I cannot watch that movie and not cry. For real, like at the end, I mean, you know, me and my relationship, my dad passed away 3 years ago, and like we loved baseball. He was a great baseball player. And at the end of that movie, I've watched it like twice since my dad passed away. Once when I was alone, mistake.
Yes.
And at the end of the movie, when it's like, Dad, you want to have a catch? It's just like, oh! Like,
Cats in the Cradle starts playing in the background.
I just curl up in the fetal position on the couch like, I miss him.
I don't know if this one qualifies as a sports movie, but it was on a sports figure because it's not. It isn't. The Hurricane.
Oh yeah.
That counts.
That was
Denzel did a great job in that movie.
To me, he should have won an Oscar for that over before his role in Training Day. I think his Training Day Oscar was a makeup for not getting it for Hurricane.
Right.
We're forgetting one of the best and the biggest classics.
What?
Mighty Ducks.
Oh, the trilogy too.
Mighty Ducks.
Yes. Except that how the fuck can the Mighty Ducks be champions in the world but the JV team at their prep squad? That still never made any sense to me in Mighty Ducks 3.
Coach Bombay.
You're the best in the world, but you go to this prep squad and you're the JV?
We did forget about a major one. I don't know if you guys said it or not. Rocky, the Rocky franchise.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's classic.
I could waste a whole weekend watching Rocky.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Rocky?
Oh, that one's tough.
Yeah. Now we got to break it down, baby.
Have you getting into it?
Oh, Miracle. That's another good one, too.
What is it? Because I always get my Rockies mixed up. Isn't 3 when Apollo got
killed?
Yeah.
That's 4.
That was 4.
Yeah,
4.
That's 4.
I love 4.
Yeah, 4 is my favorite, too. If he dies, he dies. That meme is so good for anything right now when somebody's getting absolutely murked on the court.
The one with Tommy Gunn was amazing, though. That was
5.
That was 5. Yeah,
Yep.
that one was amazing.
Yeah, and that guy was an actual decent boxer,
He
but
really
he was a
was, yeah.
degenerate.
Yeah,
and that was his problem.
Didn't he succumb to AIDS? Didn't he?
I believe so.
yeah.
I don't want to confirm that though.
Yeah, I'll confirm it. For
yeah, I'm not.
This is actually my favorite movie of all time.
Who you got, Alex?
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore is another good story movie. Yeah, there are great ones. The Waterboy, we talked about that. Oh, basketball. You guys like basketball?
I didn't like basketball.
You did?
Yeah.
You didn't?
Didn't like it?
Oh my God.
Maybe I need to you know what? Maybe I need to revisit it.
Yeah.
I was probably too young to appreciate it.
Rewatch that movie. It's hilarious, especially the beginning when they start explaining how teams move to other cities, and they're like the Minneapolis Lakers moved to LA where there are no lakes, and it's like the Oakland Raiders moved from LA to Oakland and back to LA, and no one seemed to notice. I just love how they explained how all these teams came to be. And that does make me laugh at the Lakers. Like, they're in LA and there's no lakes. They're from Minnesota, where the land of 1,000 lakes.
That's true.
Yeah.
Those jerseys are classics, though.
They are.
Those and the Mighty Duck jerseys are some of the best.
Oh, my God. How did we not think of this? Vinny nailed it. Sandlot.
Oh.
See, everybody in here loves the Sandlot.
So many good sports movies.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And baseball, though. Baseball always, for some reason, baseball, and they say it in Moneyball, it's tough not to be romantic about baseball, man.
You know what I watched over and over and over with my cousin? Little Giants.
Yes!
That's a great...
The annexation of Puerto Rico.
That's a great...
Greatest play in mankind.
I love when, offenses steal, NFL, they stole from it. In college, you see them, and, the coach will be like, yeah, we stole it from Little Giants. That was the play call. We called Little Giants on that play. So the annexation of Puerto Rico. Man, there are a lot of good sports movies out there. Benchwarmers is another good one. Man, I know we're missing some too, but
dude, we just named off 100.
All the Airbuds. That's what Joey was saying.
Airbuds are great.
And Angels in the Outfield. Did you like Angels?
Heck yeah.
I watched.
I love Angels in the Outfield.
I still have all of those old Disney VHS types, so I still have Angels in the Outfield.
What was the one with Rosenbagger?
What's that?
The Rookie? No, that was.
No, that's not The Rookie.
The Rookie is a baseball movie, though. That was with Brendan Fraser.
I don't know which one you're talking about.
We got Tin Cup. You guys ever seen Tin Cup?
I don't think I've seen Tin Cup.
I want to make a correction because it's going to kill me. Tommy from Rocky did not. It was Tommy Morrison who was a boxer. He died of HIV. So I apologize.
But that was Tommy Morrison in Rocky?
Don't just be throwing HIV out.
It's the same dude.
Well, then I will say that it's devastating when you look through Google because it's two different people and he looks so bad towards the end.
Yeah.
I literally thought he was a different person, so don't Google it.
And that's why I don't confirm things I don't know.
Yeah.
That's why it's look that up because I'm not calling a nerd out for having AIDS and I don't know
AIDS too.
Right, just dropping AIDS bombs on people over there.
You dying all of a sudden. Oh yeah, isn't he the guy that had AIDS?
I'm sorry. Rookie of the Year, that was the one with Rosenbagger. Mystery Alaska, that's another great one where the small town hockey team takes on the big NHL team in a scrimmage. That's a Russell Crowe movie. I love that movie.
Yeah, somebody mentioned Creed. The Creeds are good.
They are good, man.
I like the last one they just did. The last one was really good. I like the I don't know why they didn't put the alternate ending in there though. They showed it on it's on YouTube. The alternate ending is actually better than the real one.
And we can't forget Above the Rim.
Yes.
Yeah, can't forget Above the Rim. Jesus Shuttlesworth.
Oh, he got game.
Yeah, he got game.
You know what? Crap. That's my favorite.
We just looked through 4,000 and we finally got to.
How many times did you just say that's my favorite?
No, that's my favorite.
No, really, because I keep forgetting that He Got Game actually is a basketball movie because it's like they go so deep into the personal life that you really kind of forget about it.
Yeah, now, Above the Rim when, Tupac was there with the razor in his mouth, Birdie. You don't mess with Birdie, man.
I'm still figuring out how the hell he did that.
Love and Basketball, that's another decent movie. I really haven't spent much time with that one. That's more romantic. Uh-oh. Corey getting the thumbs down on Love and Basketball.
Not liking that one.
That's the first sports movie we're like, eh.
What was movies you'd watch like before game day and things like that?
Like a Coach Carter, something like
Coach
that.
Carter
that
was
was
a
just
great
listed by Brian. White Men Can't Jump. How have we not talked about White Men Can't Jump?
All time.
Yo,
great.
man, give him the chump. Like, that is my favorite.
Do you guys want to make your predictions? Rotten Tomatoes came up with the 150 best movies, sports movies of all time. Make your prediction on what you think is number one. Just right off
Remember
the
the Titans.
Best sports movies of all time.
Greatest sports movie of all time.
I'm going to stick with Field of Dreams.
Okay, Field of Dreams. What about you, Corey?
They're probably going to say something like Brian's song.
Or like Slapshot or something.
Okay, Joe, you got a guess?
Remember the Titans where I'm going to go.
Okay, I'll give you the top three. Number one, The Wrestler.
Okay, with Mickey Rourke.
With Mickey Rourke.
Okay.
Yep. Number two, Creed.
Okay.
With a 95% rating.
Damn.
And then number three, Ford vs. Ferrari, the movie that was released in 2019.
That was a damn good movie, man. Yeah. I didn't know the whole backstory with the Ford and Ferrari rivalry.
Are you happy with those three? Like,
no.
No,
I think that's bullshit list. No.
Yeah, those are like the
we
classics.
didn't even list those in the 40 that we've been talking about.
It's like the pinnacle of like it's either certified fresh or trash. So like I was like, oh, check
those
out
are all
the-
trash.
Sticks like
Certified trash.
It's like that sucks.
Give me the worst ones. Like, can you do reverse order? What's the very bottom of that?
That's going to be our favorite one.
Because that's what I want to know. What's 150? Because that's the stuff I like. Oh, we got Like Mike. Remember Like Mike?
Oh. For a kids movie, that wasn't bad.
Blue Chips. We forgot about Blue Chips.
So 150 on the list is The Express with Dennis Quaid and Rob Brown. Also on the list with 61% rating, Happy Gilmore.
See, this list is bullshit. Just throw this list out of there, man.
Wow.
Corey's shaking his head like he's so disappointed, Dad, right now. He's like, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
Right. Disappointed. I mean, I'm not the biggest Adam Sandler fan, but Happy Gilmore is a classic.
You gotta pay respect.
That's a classic.
Put some respect on Happy
You want to get
Gilmore.
really mad? I'm going to make Stick really mad right now, and I hate to say this. They marked The Sandlot as the 145th greatest sports movie of all time with only
How is that not in the top 10?
rating.
Where did you find this list,
This is Rotten
Art?
Tomatoes, which is like the pinnacle.
They're supposed to be a respectable
You know what?
source.
But no, here's the problem.
Kingpin and Uncle Drew.
All critics are just critics. That doesn't mean they know anything at all. They're just somebody who just hired to say some crap.
Right.
Honestly, this whole article was probably made to have discussions like this.
Right.
Where you
Exactly.
get pissed.
We got to come up with our own Woodward sports list. That's
That'd be
it.
great.
Best sports movies?
Yeah, best sports
best
movie.
top 10
Sixth
sports
man,
movies
number
of all
one.
For
time.
Woodward Sports, and we'll have everybody vote on them. Kingpin, that is another one.
Oh, yeah.
Kingpin.
that's a classic.
Surprised that wasn't mentioned yet.
Right. Ernie McCracken, baby. I love that movie. And then you got, let's see, Moneyball is in here. I mean, there's just a ton of them. So, yeah, those are some of our favorite sports movies. Hopefully we ran through enough for you. If you guys have any more that we missed and can bring up, because all these are bringing back good memories, man. And if you had to watch one, like Joey said, to pump you up before a game, which one would you watch?
As a kid, it was, I ain't gonna lie, as a kid, it was just Little Giants because it was just
Little Giants
it was
as
just,
a kid, yep.
I don't know. It was just something about that game. It just got you hype. I don't know. This just for me.
Right.
Friday Night Lights was a good one, too.
Oh, see, I thought you were going to say Bring It On. I thought Joey was going to be a big Bring It On. Like, I put on Bring It On, and I just dance. I do this kind of, you know?
I could see Joey saying Bring It On, too.
That's my movie.
I forgot the greatest one of all time.
Uh-oh.
Blades of Glory.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
We're going to dance to
Chaz
one
Michaels,
song,
my
one
last
song only. Oh man, so that inspired me to watch some of these movies this
Oh
weekend.
man, it's gonna be a fun weekend.
Yeah,
football and football movies.
Football and great movies, and then what a great topic, man. We got to hit on that again, and we'll put together our own lists, and then we'll compare lists. Let's do that down the road.
That was not even planned too. That's the best part about that.
Yeah,
the best bits are unplanned.
That's right, and thank you, Art, for bringing up that crappy Rotten Tomatoes list.
Yeah,
at least gave us something to talk about.
You got us all in our feels.
Grow Green right now, they got their Dank Deals program going on. You can get deep discounts up to 80% off your grow gear that you're looking for. And they got insane deals like 100 milliliters of Clonex gel for just $10, bags of Happy Frog for just $8. And it's real simple. Just go to growgreenmi.com. You can put your order in. If you got a large order over $5,000 that you've been pricing out with somebody else, tell Grow Green what you need, and they'll beat that price. And I love that. So make sure you go to growgreenmi.com. Mention Woodward Sports sent you so you can get hooked up with a free T-shirt.
There's some good people there too, man. You're supporting a local business.
Yeah.
So Grow Green, man, that's where it's at.
Yeah, thank you, Grow Green, for everything that you do for the local community. I mean, during Stuff with Studio, they brought by like a couple grand worth of toys.
Oh, yes.
So these are good people. They're a Michigan company. Help them out. growgreenmi.com.
Alex is looking at us all excited like, wait, what? We're not saying go green. We're saying grow green.
Go green.
I only heard the ad every day I'm here.
I think he's familiar by now. So we had some other coaching hires in the NFL. The Lions didn't get their guy yet, but the Jets and the Jags did. Corey, you want to kind of update us on who's going where?
So, the Jacksonville Jaguars have agreed to a deal with Urban Meyer to become their next head coach. Smart. It's just smart for them.
How did they get their man?
I mean,
for real,
the Cons got money.
Yeah.
I mean, all the NFL owners have money, but the Cons have money. Matter of fact, did you know are you guys familiar with the Ford Flexing Gate? What it was called? The Flex Gate plant?
No.
The Cons own it. It's here in Michigan, so they own one of the plants that make Ford parts. So they have long.
What's
money.
the main dude? Shad Khan. Shad, the dude got the baddest mustache in the game too.
Well, that Chris Rock used to say there's a difference between rich and wealthy.
They're wealthy.
Yeah, they are wealthy.
Anyone that's an owner is wealthy.
Yeah, and that's what he said. He's like, rich can be lost at a casino on a weekend. Wealth, you can't get rid of.
Yep.
You know, rich is Shaq. Wealth is the dude signing his check.
Yep.
Like, that's the difference between rich and wealthy. These people are wealthy.
Heck yeah.
But I believe it's going to be a great move for them. I don't think anybody expected the Jaguars to not select Trevor Lawrence.
Right.
But now Trevor Lawrence is going to be coached by Urban Meyer. That's going to be a little scary.
It's going to be fun to watch, and there's a lot of Florida Gator fans down there, pretty close to Jacksonville too, so they're going to be hyped to have Urban Meyer. I mean, this is just almost a perfect marriage, and I hate it.
I hate it. I just get excited though, like for him to make that jump from college is gonna be cool to see how he transitions to the league.
Right. No, and that's the thing. He's been successful everywhere, from Utah. Actually, where did he start out? He started in Ohio, not Ohio State. He started at, what was it, Dayton, I believe? Or
I believe it was Dayton.
Bowling Green. No, he started at Bowling Green. Then he went to Utah. Then he went to Florida. Then he went to Ohio State. Now he's with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And we've seen some college coaches go to the NFL, like Jimmy Johnson, and have some good success. But we've also seen, like Nick Saban, who could be the greatest college coach of all time, not do well in the NFL. So who knows what Urban Meyer is going to do, but you do know that the NFL is kind of caught up to what Urban Meyer was doing back in the day with Tim Tebow and what he was doing at Ohio State with the spread offense, mobile quarterback, getting the ball all over the field. You give him Trevor Lawrence, they got DJ Chark down there, they got Laviska Shenault, they got James Robinson. It's a scary looking team all of a sudden.
Of the games that Urban Meyer is coach, what do you think is his winning percentage in college?
Winning percentage?
95?
College? Yeah.
Huh?
95?
I say 94.
85.4%.
Man,
he's still amazing.
187 and 32 as the coach in 12-3 in bowl games.
12-3.
That's got to be the hard part for him, though. It's like, dude, coming in at 85%, like, you're not gonna. That's not gonna translate to the NFL.
And why do you think a guy like this jumps to the pro level? Like
challenge?
Do you think that's it? Like he's like, I've done it. I want to see if I can do this.
Look how many programs he's really turned into being a successful program in college.
All of them.
So imagine to be able to go to Jacksonville and do that.
Right. Ugh, God, if he makes Jacksonville a winner, he'll be known as one of the greatest football coaches of all time.
Honestly, he doesn't even, for Jacksonville to appreciate him, he really just has to just be consistently in the playoffs. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody wants a winner, but for him to stick around there, he just has to at least have them playoff contenders.
Right. He's got the weapons. I mean, that offense now, all of a sudden, like I said, looks scary with all those weapons. Defense still kind of an issue for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and that's where it's gonna. That's where, what do they say, the rubber meets the road. It's for Urban Meyer. I don't know if he's going to be able to build that defense up to be elite quickly. So that's Urban Meyer, and then our boy, the guy we were all rooting for to come to Detroit. Just drive down Michigan Avenue from Dearborn, make your way to Ford Field. You're all settled in. Your family's here. We're going to have parades in Dearborn, but now they're having parades in New York.
Robert Saleh, the Dearborn native, is going to the New York Jets to become their next head coach. They flew him out for a second interview, but then he still went to go interview with Philly.
That's what's crazy to me is why did the Jets knew that they were going to give it to him, so why didn't they just make the move there?
He probably just told them he wanted to finish his round of interviews to give everybody their due diligence.
Yeah, and you can't give up your leverage either. You know, if you're talking money and stuff, it's like, all right, that's your offer. Cool. I'm going to go talk to Philly real quick and see what's up there.
He probably got a couple extra mills on that.
Maybe. I mean, you can't give up your leverage in that situation. You got to show that you're the wanted commodity. Right. You know, because if the Jets were the only one making him an offer, they kind of got him by the balls. Mm-hmm. So this way, he had some leverage.
That's probably how we ended up getting a lot more to it. But I mean, you look at the Jets organization now having Saleh, it's gonna be a good move for him. I think he'll be able to fit in real well.
I got some interesting stats about the Jets.
I would love to hear them.
There is only one coach. There's only one coach to lead the Jets to the playoffs more than 2 times during his tenure.
Parcells?
Nope.
Who?
Your boy.
My boy? Bulls?
No. you say the quote all the time.
Oh, you play to win the game?
Herm Edwards.
Herm.
He's the only coach during his tenure to lead the Jets to more than 2 playoffs.
Hello. You play to win the game. Hello. I love how he says hello.
And
it's like an ice cream truck.
Right.
And Rex Ryan is the only coach in their history to have more than 2 postseason victories.
Wow. Sexy Rexy.
So Robert Saleh has a hell of a mountain to climb out there.
I can see that. So, Art, let's take a quick break. We're going to be back, talk about the Red Wings a little bit from last night, and we got some fish facts coming up at 9:50. Whole bunch of stuff we got to fit in before the end of the show. So we'll be right back.
Second and goal, and George Bell goes in for the touchdown.
What's up, Drake?
So the Red Wings kicked off their season. I always say kick off, but the puck dropped on their season last night at LCA. Not the showing that we wanted for the first game of the season, but it's all right. It's all right. They lost 0-3.
Shutout
to the Carolina Hurricanes. Bertuzzi had 2 shots on goal. I mean, really, those were the only highlights is the shots on goal. Larkin had 2 shots on goals for his first game as captain.
See, but the first goal, man, it was off a bad pass that he did. So it's just the start to the game was not good. I literally was like 2 minutes late to getting the game on.
Yeah.
And it was 1-0, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
And then there was no goal until the way end. But you look at just the Wings throughout the entire game. It's a big thing that we've been needing to get better at is defense, and we did not see good defense out of the team yesterday because you see that with the shot attempts. But a big takeaway was at the end of the game, 5 minutes left. We get Larkin with the tripping penalty.
Yep.
And then we get another one right after that. So then it's a 5-on-3 for a few seconds, 2 penalties in the last 5 minutes. Can't have that.
Yeah, 5-on-3s in hockey are just so funny to me.
Yeah.
Like, it's really just an awkward situation where you got these 3 guys just busting their ass, trying to just get the puck out of the zone somehow. And it's like no other sport do they like put a huge mismatch like that. And hockey, for me, the 5-on-3 is still one of the weirdest things to observe when you're watching a sporting event. But the Red Wings, they're a young team. You know, we got to treat them a lot like we're treating the Pistons right now.
So crazy. It really is.
They really are kind of in the same boat. They're young. They're growing. They have a future. They have a plan. The Yeiser plan, as Alex likes to call it in his article. And if you want to read more about that, go to woodwardsports.com. Alex wrote a great article. And if Corey says it's a great article, it's a great article.
Got the Corey.
Hey, I mean, I'm not going to lie. When it comes to hockey, I need to go to the Alex or Darren McCarty School of Hockey. I need to get my lessons up on that. Only my hockey experience is playing EA Sports, so that's about it. But it was really
wrap around. Do the wrap around. It always works.
All right.
Wrap around.
I'll sum it up for you, Corey. The Hurricanes get 43 shots yesterday. The Wings get 14. Who do you think loses the game?
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Well, that's that. It really is as simple as that.
It's just simple.
So, Joey, you want to talk about Northwestern Tech?
Yeah, I got to talk about my people, and thanks for just supporting the Woodward Sports Network. But Northwestern Tech is really doing some cool things, especially right now in this pandemic. You're kind of reevaluating your career and what you got going on and what you want to do in your future. This is the perfect time to learn a trade, start a new career yourself. Learn more about their 10.5-month hands-on HVAC program at northwesterntech.edu. Northwestern Tech, the HVAC school that works.
Nice. Good. You're great at those, man. No, but for real.
Northwestern Tech's just amazing.
Any of those service jobs are so important right now. And, like, I know, we talk about, like, people in that type of industry. You can make such good money, and you don't even have to go to college for, like, 40 years. So.
And the thing to it is, I mean, God forbid anything bad really happens again, but it's like, this is an industry that's really pandemic proof.
Right, yeah. People need heating and cooling no matter what.
They need it. So it's like, that's like the thing. If you were laid off or you chose a career where it was like, well, that didn't work.
Right.
This is something that will always have a need, especially this time of the year.
What's your plans for the weekend, Joey? You just going to watch football all weekend?
I'm actually hitting the slopes again tomorrow.
Again?
Yep. I don't know which one I'm going to go to. Pine Knob, I think, is where I'm going to attempt.
So you're going to try snowboarding again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Was that your first time last time?
It wasn't my first time ever, but it was my first time in about 7 years.
Okay.
So I went with my boy Jake Vetter, who is an Olympic snowboarder. So it's like he really pushed me to have.
Yeah, thanks for the invite, by the way. Really appreciate it.
It was a last minute thing.
Oh, and this one is too, as you say it ahead of time. You hurt feelings for a living.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? I told you before. I was like, I'd love to go snowboarding with you.
You have never told me you would like to go snowboarding.
Told you, I said, hey, I saw you with Jake. That was pretty cool. Let's go snowboarding. He's like, yeah, sure. And I was like, I live right by Mount Holly. And you're like, oh yeah, sounds great.
So that's why I picked the one furthest away from you.
That's right.
Well, that's a good laugh. So yeah, I'm gonna go. It's honestly become my new favorite thing right now. Awesome. It is just way too expensive, and you can't get a season pass right now because it's like in the middle of the season. But I got to figure out how to get some. I don't want to rent no more. I'm gonna go find some used gear. But I've just been borrowing gear.
Nice. Yeah, my plan is to hang out with Woody the Wonder Pup. We go on lots of walks. He's training me. That's the thing. Aww. Like the minute I get home, he's like so happy to take a walk.
Let's go to a walk.
The minute I get in the door, I take him for a walk, and like it's it's awesome, but at the same time, it's like, buddy, I just got home. I want to
cold,
chill.
too.
I want to chill for a second. He's like, no, we gotta go. So that's my plan. Hang out with the pup, watch football. I mean, we're gonna be live tweeting it, and then we're doing the live pregame show at 11 a.m. on Sunday. So that'll be fun. Me and Anson will be here doing it big for the NFL playoff games, and I'm just gonna eat a bunch of good food and have a nice weekend. Corey, what you up to?
Making that Jamaican jerk chicken, baby.
Well, making the jerk chicken, watching games. One of my friends has a event where I'm not going to say because we're not about to allow the governor to come shut us down like Joey. So I'm going to take a couple of pictures there, but also I'm going to be hanging out with a lot of my friends who are in fraternities, sororities, because like I said, all of those founding days for this week,
that college debt, baby.
Like right now, I gotta shout them out because if I don't shout them out like I did the Deltas the other day, it's gonna be my problem. So today is the founder day of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
All right.
How many founders days we got with Corey in the fraternities? I like this.
How many fraternities you belong to, bro?
Well, I'm not in a fraternity. Not that fraternity. That's a sorority.
So you just showed
this off. Yeah, I'm just trying to get laid.
You're trying to pull girls. Yeah, all right, now I get it. Give your shout out, Corey. Give your shout out.
Corey, we'll give you the time. Go ahead, Corey.
Let me explain it to you. So
No.
What do you mean?
No need to explain. We got it. We got it, baby.
We got your wingman right now.
We don't have 10 minutes left of the show.
Giving a shout out to Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. They were
what girl you trying to smash from the sorority?
Everyone
got to kill me, man. They were founded on January 15th, 1908 at Howard University.
We know what the day is
nice.
Today. You guys are
just gotta say happy birthday to all my beautiful Howard sisters.
I love when he puts the sexy voice on. You know, it's like he's.
Oh my God!
Well, what are you doing this weekend,
He's
Corey?
about to text his girl in 10 minutes.
Besides shouting out every sorority on the planet.
No, I'm just showing the love to the Divine Nine. That's where all the
Okay, so there's 9 of them.
So we got 7 more. He's shouting out too.
So the Divine Nine NPAC is of 9 of the Black Greek letter organizations. It consists of 9 fraternities and sororities. So
there are 18, or
no, there's 9.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say we got 16 more to shout out.
My organization, Kappa Alpha Psi, we're one of the 9. So Alpha Kappa Alpha, they're one of the 9.
Got it. All right, cool. Well, have a good weekend doing all that. Give it your shout-outs.
We just made Corey so uncomfortable.
Let's take one more break, and then we're going to get to Fish's Facts coming up next.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand.
Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech. The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10.5 months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
Hire a graduate of Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
And it's 9:51, so we almost made it right on the dot, but that is the perfect time for Fish's Facts. And every day, we started this earlier in the week, every day at 9:50, Fish comes through with an interesting fact from around the world, not just your typical facts that we normally get, and that's what I love about Fish. You bring the heat, man.
I try to.
Yeah.
You do.
You definitely do.
You do. What's the fishy fact we got today?
Yeah, what's the Fish Fact of the week today?
Well, the Olympics are happening this July, or hopefully this July. Prime Minister just admitted that anything could happen.
What does that mean?
Well, it means that they could either have it or cancel it. They could have fans or no fans.
Where's it going to take place if they do have it?
Tokyo, Japan. Well,
Okay.
Yeah, Tokyo, Japan.
So they're still going to do it in Tokyo?
Yes.
But the Prime Minister of Japan said, we don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, anything could happen. They're in a state of emergency till February 7th.
So because of COVID?
Because of COVID, yeah.
Wow, Japan's still getting rocked like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Where it all began.
Tokyo is.
What's your favorite Olympic sport, Fish? All of them?
Yeah, all of them. But, I mean, basketball's fun to watch.
Yeah, I love watching Olympic basketball.
It's so fun.
Team USA, man, when they get to beat everybody by 90 points, it's like my favorite thing.
Yeah,
it's like,
not-
America!
Not a huge fan of that, but I'll still watch.
Wow, what country do you want to win?
I'd rather have competition.
That is competition. It's us showing the world that we're the dominant species.
Fish don't like the ass whooping.
You know? Well, I do, but just not when America wins by 75 points.
I want to go curling with Fish.
That's like when the Warriors would win by 45 points every game.
Right, just not competitive, not fun to watch.
Next, give me some other sport.
Next.
Other team.
Have you ever been curling, Fish?
I've not been curling. I've watched it before.
Would you like to go curling?
So bad with Fish.
Yeah, we'll go curling.
Hell yeah, let's get a curling.
Is there a curling rink we can find?
We'll build one on the ice.
There's one in West Bloomfield, I believe.
It's in the area. I forget
it's right
what
by
city
U.S.
it's in.
Blades, where U.S. Blades used to be.
No.
Yeah, that was a curling spot. It may not still be a curling spot, but it used to be a curling spot.
Oh.
But yeah, Fish, I love it, man. Thank you for the update on the Olympics and the Prime Minister.
Thank you.
You got anything else for us today? What's your plans for the weekend?
Great stuff. Exciting stuff. We got a big test cricket match that started last night.
Hell yeah.
It'll be going till Monday.
Monday?
Yep. They started yesterday, and they'll be going till Monday.
Are they playing right now?
Well, they're playing tonight. They're sleeping right now.
Oh, okay.
They do get sleep, and they get lunch and tea.
They should make them not sleep. It should be sleep deprivation cricket.
Well, I mean, they do say it wears you down.
It does.
It sure does.
A 4-day match.
Oh, this guy has fitness issues.
Fitness issues.
Yeah, you get that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's exciting.
Awesome. So cricket, to me, I feel like cricket's your favorite sport.
Oh, without a doubt.
Well, I mean, it's some of my favorite sport because it's happening right now.
Okay.
So
you're a seasonal kind of guy, Fish?
Yes, I'm a seasonal kind of guy.
You're a seasonal fish. All right,
Detroit
Fish.
Curling Club in Ferndale. Fish, we going?
All right.
Okay.
We're going to set up some
We'll
curling.
go.
All right. Thank you for the update, Fish.
Thank you.
Love you, buddy. Joey, do you want to get into your dumbass of the day?
Guess what, guys?
What?
This dumbass
Yeah.
is a Detroit one.
What?
It is a Detroiter of the Lions.
What?
Yes.
Who is it?
Adrian Peterson.
Oh, boy.
Ordered to pay $8.3 million after defaulting on a loan.
Wow.
Yes. D'Angelo Vehicle Sales, LLC, a Pennsylvania loan company.
Vehicle sales? What type
I don't know.
of car costs $8.3 million?
So it was a loan that he took in October 2016
Come with
for
a flux capacitor?
$5.2 million.
A $5.2 million car?
I'm still trying to figure all this out.
I am so broke that I don't even know these cars exist.
So have you heard of this thing called interest? So this has been about 4 years, right? 4 years of interest, $2,207 per day.
But that still doesn't make any sense. That's still on a $5 million car.
I don't know what the car, maybe got a bunch of cars. But I gotta figure more about this. This whole thing called interest, though, has accumulated.
It'll get you
$2,700 per day for 4 years, adding up to now $8.2 million.
Who the hell he financed that through?
D'Angelo out here cashing out.
It's guy named D'Angelo. I'll get you a great interest.
Right.
Yo, but the VIG is running every day, baby. We got $2,000 a day. So I'm looking at $5 million cars right now on Auto Trader, and we're looking. I mean, you got a Lambo for $5 million. You got the 2000.
For $5 million? For
well,
real?
the 2018 Bugatti Chiron is $3.4 million. The 1990 Ferrari F40 is $1.5 million. The 2017 Ford GT is $1.6.
Why would a football player buy a football player, not somebody like Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates? Why would a football player buy that expensive of a car?
I don't know, man.
Why would anyone buy that expensive of a car?
Ferrari, what a stupid name, is $3.3 million.
What, Ferrari's a stupid name?
No, Ferrari Ferrari.
Ferraris are stupid. No, I was like, come on, I got two of my Ferraris up at M1.
The name is Ferrari La Ferrari. Like that's the name.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, that car is so dope. It's just gonna call itself a Ferrari again.
The car's so dope they named it twice.
Ferrari the Ferrari.
Hello, I'm Ferrari La Ferrari.
That's what it translates to. It really does.
For those who don't speak English, it's Ferrari the Ferrari.
So that interest and legal fees adding up fat.
Okay.
Over $8 million.
Yeah, there's multiple layers to this dumbass of the day. One, he's a dumbass for letting the interest, but two, he's a dumbass for buying a $5 million car.
What
That's
a
crazy.
great investment.
I
when
gotta
he
find
takes
out-
it off the lot, it goes down by a third automatically.
I gotta find out what car this is.
You know what? I was just about to get into that. That's what you remember talking about ballers?
Yeah.
Rock said that in the first episode.
Depreciation.
Lease, don't buy.
Yep. Depreciation, man.
For real.
And it's like a new girlfriend. Every 2 years, you could get a new one, you know? So it works out perfectly.
And you never stop paying for them. Yep.
Fact.
Ornart's case. Every 2 years, get a new kid.
Yeah, just pump a kid out for some reason. You guys have a great Friday. I'm looking forward to this weekend. It's been a fun week on the show. We've put some new things into play. Corey is pretty much going to be a permanent fixture here to my right for the time being. And
how you feel about that, Corey?
You like that?
Hey, I like it. I'm growing on the mic. I'm learning from professionals, the vets, and I've never done this. So
who are you watching?
What do you watch when you go home?
What are you learning?
They're being modest. They give me tips and tricks all the time because I've never been on the mic before, so I appreciate it.
You couldn't tell, man. You really couldn't tell. You're savvy, you're smart, you have great points, and you're very articulate. And honestly, like, I know you had to go through speech therapy because of your concussion and everything. That shit paid off, man. You crush it.
Can't tell, for real.
Right, for real.
At all.
Like, you're very well spoken.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good job, Corey.
You learned real early. It only took him a couple weeks to use this microphone to get laid.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Shout out another one. Who do we got?
What sorority we shouting out right now, Corey? You guys have a great Friday. I'll be back on Sunday at 11 a.m. Then we'll be back Monday at 8.
Let's go.